Try again.
Yeah. Hey.
All right, we
We are
should be live
alive.
again. Sorry about that, folks. YouTube's
Yo.
being gay. It did not want to go live when I clicked the go live button. So, welcome to the Sultans of Shadilay podcast. And this is going to be the Cole is a good boy and the left salty bastard special.
Yes.
Let's play the clip.
Salt must flow.
Yep, we'll play the clip. Let's fucking do it.
Defendant will rise and face the jury and hearken to its verdicts.
State of Wisconsin versus Kyle Rittenhouse. As to the first count of the information, Joseph Rosenbaum. We, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the second count of the information, Richard McGinnis. We, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the third count of the information, unknown male. We, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the fourth count of the information, Anthony Huber, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the fifth count of the information, Gage Grosskreutz, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty.
Members of the jury, are these your unanimous verdicts? Is there anyone who does not agree with the verdicts as read?
Congratulations, kid.
Victory.
Oh, that is
Okay,
beautiful. That is beautiful, and it makes me a happy man.
See, I have a different opinion. This disgusts me because he should never have had to go through this bullshit.
He shouldn't have.
No.
It's disgraceful that he did, but God bless the Second Amendment and the first Karen to ever do something right.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Not guilty 5 times over.
Nice.
Actual justice, finally.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I mean that's why they didn't write. That's why they didn't write last night, right? Because they've been saying that all the time: no justice, no peace. Well, they got justice, and there was peace.
Yeah. That or they didn't have the balls.
It's funny
to
how
get
that works.
out.
Almost as. Yeah.
It's good to see that he's finally off. Like, this happened. How long was it that the shooting actually happened? Because it was last year, quite like summer time.
Before the election started, I guess.
Yeah.
long before the election started. But of course, the only thing better than the victory for Kyle is the reeing.
Yes.
Yeah.
On Twitter. It took 10 minutes and it was already like top trending on Twitter. It was beautiful.
Oh yeah, it was fast.
And of course
Well,
Independent
I
pissed out a shit take immediately. Full of lies. Immediately.
Yes, every leftist came out with some bullshit as to why Kyle is not a good boy.
Yeah. Lies and deceit, and the best part is they're all just putting so much ammunition in his proverbial rifle when he sues their asses to Kingdom Come.
Well,
They better be sued.
the biggest tragedy of this whole thing is that because he missed with some of his shots, if he'd hit with all of them, he'd have been able to afford the whole damn trial.
I noticed it didn't take GoFundMe very long to write
An apology.
a thing about
How
why
then?
they cancelled him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Damage control. So much damage control.
didn't go well for them though, because they got absolutely
Yeah.
shat on by people like Viva Barnes. What was that? You didn't want to support him, the not guilty guy, but those Antifa terrorists? We can still see their crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Ooh. They got a lot of shit to pick up there.
Oh
They'll
yeah,
try.
Carl's
There's going to
gonna
be a
be.
lot of civil cases.
Oh yeah.
This kid might become richer than fucking Bezos at this point. I really hope he does. And then he'll like spend half the money on actual charities, not like these cover charities that just take the money and run off like a bunch of nut jobs, but instead actual
Well-
charities that help people.
In an ideal world, once Rittenhouse gets his money, he should really form a foundation with Sandman, and they should go around just fighting all the rights
Yes,
fights.
that's what they should
That'd be
spend the
great. Face to
extra
spot.
money on. Just shitting all over the mainstream media.
Just professionally fucking the left. Just day and day. Just
So
basically Rittenhouse and Sandman should start their own legal firm. Just start a whole firm, and all it does is fuck lefties.
Yes. Chad, yes.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I'm so happy for
No
this fucking kid.
crowdfunding required.
No. He'll get all the funding he needs. I mean, it's not even been a full day, and
We
it's
got you
like
covered, boys.
1.7 million tweets about him on Twitter.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
Yeah, 1.7.
Yeah, I'm guessing that they're mostly negative. They're probably mostly negative, though.
The beginning, there was kind of positive, but now it's just salt. So much salt. Hey, I'll just I'll post it in chat here.
Wasn't there actually a mix of comments?
Give it a look-see.
Yeah, I just
The
love
Guardian.
the leftists just going, oh,
Protests
basically it's just
erupt
fine
across
to shoot.
U.S.
Yeah,
The people's verdict, guilty, of course.
That's
It's like
funny.
even
I
some of
thought the
them-
people were the 12 duly elected members of the jury.
They're actually bringing out the Travion Martin. Yeah, they're bringing out. You know the kid who was
Oh,
shot
yeah.
with a bag of Skittles. Or
Mm.
shot for the crime of having a bag of Skittles, I think.
I mean, again, I think that is still reasonable.
Yeah, the Skittles are dangerous, but it's funny. There's a lot of these scopes where they post Rittenhouse trying to literally make him look menacing, and posting a black guy, just a black guy who got shot.
Well, it's not as funny as. Do you remember when there were people that assumed he shot a black person? It's like no.
Yeah, like The Independent.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to the
ridiculous.
fucking Actually, fuck it. Let's go have a look at the Independent. Well,
The salt. The
oh,
salt.
slimy scum.
Mm.
We don't even need to bring pickaxes for this. We can just scrape it off the walls.
Jeez.
I'll fucking get kidney stones just from touching it.
Okay, just trying to grab up that article because holy shit, it's been a busy day.
Madness.
More. Can the sitting president be sued? I don't know, Billy Blugs. Can he?
Well,
I mean,
they've done it 16,000 fucking times with Trump, so why not?
Well, yeah. But the thing is, so Biden is everybody's darling, as he now is no longer technically the president, as he gets a pipe up his ass.
oh yes, that's happening.
Kamala
isn't
now
it?
is the sitting president now. Congratulations, America.
Yeah, no,
My fault. You now
But it's,
have a black
there's a-
female, possibly president.
no, it's the difference between a criminal case and a civil case, though. So I'm assuming he can be civilly sued. It's got nothing to do with him being the president.
Ah.
Yes. Because if the president can sue, which Trump did, he can be sued. Because remember, there was all that fuss when Trump was blocking retards on Twitter.
Yeah.
This is on
So I've got the
Yeah, not sure.
So I've got a screenshot up.
I mean, Biden's not doubled down on this, no.
Yep. So we've got the screenshot up from The Independent. The worst fucking news source in the world at this point, apparently. Full story. Teenager who shot 3 black men with rifle found not guilty on all charges. That's odd. Don't recall any court cases about teenagers shooting black men with rifles.
Yeah.
Is that because they're a bunch of fucking idiots? Actual lying scum? Yes it is.
Sounds more like a retard to me.
So here we have it, archived for posterity. Kyle Rittenhouse cleared of murder after shooting dead 2 Black Lives Matter protesters. Again, Rosenbaum, the guy yelling the N-word with a hard R, probably not Black Lives Matter protester.
Also, he wanted to get shot as well, so Kyle merely just obliged him.
Yep. So there we go. In full colour. Full story. Teenager who shot 3 black men with a rifle found not guilty on all charges. That's very interesting. Let's see what a reputable news source has to say about it. First correct fact check we've ever seen. Fact check false. UK news publication claims Kyle Rittenhouse shot 3 black men. The Independent falsely claimed that Kyle Rittenhouse shot 3 black men with rifle after he was cleared of 2 charges of murder, 1 charge of attempted murder, and 2 charges of reckless endangerment in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Wow.
Yep. They led with like we've said before, full story. Teenager shot 3 black men with rifle, found not guilty on all charges. Again, not black people. The pedophile, the wife beater, and the assorted felon with an illegally carried handgun that he took across state lines. All white. What news site said that? Holy shit, lies and defamation coming out from Billy Blogs. That was the former news outlet known as The Independent.
Of course. So, again, ammunition for suing their asses. I hope that The Independent just cease to function after this.
They
Indeed.
probably will.
They don't have enough money.
Student of history says, weirdest hot take I've seen is someone claiming he crossed state lines with a military-grade vehicle. Like, WTF, did he get his hands on an MRAP? You think that's stupid? I've seen someone claiming that he crossed state lines with an artillery piece.
Really?
I mean, he must be pretty fucking strong if he can strap some artillery to his back and carry it.
Yeah, man's got superpowers.
I mean, did you see the bicep of the one who survived? It was literally blown up. Only an artillery shell can do that.
My favorite is the hot take of he took a military weapon across state lines. We'll completely ignore the state lines thing because we know how many kinds of bullshit that is. But military weapon, it's an AR-15. You chuckle fucks. The AR-15 has never been used by military.
Hang on. First of all, it's not even an AR-15. The actual rifle itself wasn't an AR-15. It's just an AR-15 style.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But again, if it's not an AR-15 style that's equal to an M16, which again probably fucking isn't because the M16 select fire, probably not a military weapon.
I mean, but it looks scary though. Isn't that reason enough?
Maybe the Latvian military use it.
Maybe. And as Billy Blogs points out, Bicep Guy was a felon illegally carrying a pistol. Yes, across state lines. And he travelled further than Kyle.
Isn't a Swiss
yeah.
Army knife technically a military weapon?
Well, it's a tool, not a weapon, is it?
Mm.
Well, that depends on if you're in England or not.
True.
Uh, there's so much reading to look
I
at.
mean, a shoe is technically an Iraqi military weapon.
Yes.
Who is Glenn Greenwald?
Good question.
Yeah, 'cause
Um,
I found this thing and it's
it's some loser politician, I think. Maybe a
yeah,
governor or mayor or something.
It's a lot of chat about how a lot of his myths are debunked. You know, like not bringing in illegal weapons, blah 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 blah.
Ah, yes, this loser. Yes, we will go to Twitter. Who is Glenn Greenwald? An alleged journalist, an author of Falsifying Democracy, co-founder of The Intercept. Oh, there's your fucking problem. Oh, vegan. Well, there you fucking go. Burn at the stake.
No, not burnt at the stake. I'm gonna make a steak perfectly.
Well, turns out they're not completely insane because, yes, Kyle Rittenhouse didn't illegally bring a gun across state lines, and 5 other myths surrounding the trial debunked from fucking Yahoo News and Business Insider.
Yahoo.
Yes. August 2020 is when this mess started.
Really?
Yep. Over a year later.
Fuck me.
Takes me back to the good old days. In fairness, at least we're past the election menace. That stuff was just a pain to watch.
Very much so. So, you know how we all talk about the Kenosha hat trick? Well, it was very nearly 4 from 4. Because the black guy that jump kicked him in the head, you know, this idiot who decided the smart thing to do was to run towards the guy with the AR-15 style weapon.
Violent career criminal.
Now, didn't I say this last week?
Yes.
on the cast last week, I said it's a shame we didn't get to find out who that guy was because I guarantee you he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And
but the thing is, though,
What?
it's kind of good.
what
Kyle
a
didn't shoot
surprise!
the guy. It's kind of good he didn't shoot the
No,
guy
it's not.
because if he did, the Rittenhouse trial would just be Chauvin 2.0.
Yeah.
While they're trying to make it Chauvin 2.0, we've got that psychopath trying to get him charged federally.
No, I mean, it would have been much more inclusive if he'd also shot a black guy. I mean, you know, he shot a midget, a black guy, a white guy, beat him up.
Equal opportunity self-defender.
Yes.
Yeah. What we really needed was a piece of shit woman to get in there as well, so we could tick all the boxes.
No, a tranny. One of the dead ones, probably the pedo, is actually a tranny, identified as a woman.
Possibly.
As the guys in...
Posthumously transitioned.
Yeah. I hereby,
Posthumously transitioned from virtue.
with the power of white male privilege, christen the dead pedo a tranny.
I mean, actually, Kyle should have declared himself a woman at the beginning of the trial, really, as well.
Oh,
That
he would won.
would have been glorious.
I would have done that. I mean, it's just would be doing that as a matter. Like, if I get arrested for anything anything at all, I'm definitely a black woman.
I mean, either that he would
That's
have
what's
wanted
happening.
out any attempt, or it would start the process of the left eating the trans people a lot earlier. Because
Yeah.
the left are gonna devour the trannies too, just like the gays,
I,
just like
I,
the ones.
I just think it'd be hilarious if every male criminal just declared himself a woman. So that only all crime is committed by women.
Well, that's it. Like
Men have
the
never men do not commit crimes.
like the several 1,000% increase in the UK of women committing rape. So, as the guys in
Well,
chat are
women-
pointing out, if you make guns, if it's illegal to have a gun, criminals will just get one anyway, illegally. Like gross crowds. The convicted felon with a firearm.
Yes.
Yeah, I did also find it amusing that he referred to Kyle's gun as being like a large round, but he's got a 40 cal.
Yep.
So,
223. It's not much bigger than the 22. It's just got a hell of a lot more powder behind it.
yeah, but 40 cal is a much bigger round.
Mm-hmm. It's hell. It's almost exactly twice the size. So let's have a look at Jump Kick Man. So, sources indicate that he contacted prosecutors and offered to testify, but in exchange he requested immunity from an ongoing drunk driving and domestic abuse case with which he was charged in June. At the time of the shootings, he was reportedly on probation following a conviction for domestic violence battery. He was originally... Yep. So, at the time of the shootings, he was reportedly on probation following conviction for domestic violence battery. Originally faced a jail sentence of 9 months, accepted a plea deal less than 2 months before the August 25 incident, which gave him 12 months probation instead of jail time. He reportedly violated that plea deal the following year and was sentenced to 7 months in jail. The man has a criminal record that dates back decades, including felony convictions for car theft, drug possession, ID theft, and escaping custody.
Jeez.
Yeah, so he's been in prison for many times. So his first conviction, reportedly listed in the Wisconsin Circuit Court Access online database, is for felony escape or escaping custody. So he was sentenced to 2 years in prison and 5 years of extended supervision on the escape charge. Once released, he was convicted in 2003 of possession of THC. Okay, that's bullshit. Anyway, but fuck him. He was sentenced to 5 days in jail. Another THC possession conviction going 1 year of probation in 2007. He then reportedly violated the terms of that probation and was arrested on multiple counts of felony identity theft in 2008. He was able to reach a plea deal in that case and was sentenced to just 3 years of probation. Less than 4 months later, he escaped arrest in another incident and was sentenced to 1 year in jail. Once released, he was reportedly convicted of car theft and was once again sentenced to probation. So, hold on. Right, so in the white supremacist country, the black guy commits multiple felony counts and keeps getting fucking probation.
Madness.
Yeah, because white supremacist now includes black people, remember?
Well, apparently it's the symptom of white supremacy if a white guy shoots a bunch of white guys and then gets off scot-free because, you know, it was self-defense because the 3 white guys attacked him. If something happens to little Kyle, the media is fucking culpable.
They are. That possible email?
Yes, they're talking about how Binger and Lunchbox are a pair of fucking idiots because they have the big boy opinion of sometimes you gotta take a beating. Yeah, maybe they should not be allowed anywhere near a fucking domestic case ever.
Loverboy 2004?
Binger's old email, apparently. Possible email.
Fucking
Okay, that's what it is.
Well, that's quite funny.
Yeah.
He looks like a fluffer, right?
Did you see Kyle's defense lawyer talking about Binger after the case? Said he's known him for like a decade or decades, and said he couldn't quite believe that he'd gone this far this time. You know.
Oh, so he couldn't believe he'd gone this far. So he's witnessed him go pretty far before.
Yeah, by the sounds of it.
Well, you've got to be pretty fucking appalling piece of shit to even contemplate the shit that Binger pulled.
Well, it also looks like that big fucking tub of lard is the guy who actually fucked with the video personally. You know, so
Well,
that's going to be interesting. I mean, surely some of this is going to have to be investigated. Like, what happens now? Does it just get ignored? I mean,
well,
I
if the
understand
Democrats
this.
have their fucking way, it does. But no, this needs to be investigated, and if anyone spends time in fucking prison, it should be these fucking prosecutors.
You would think you would have thought even after the fact that the judge would have rendered some sort of thing about the mistrial. You know, like I didn't need to do a mistrial, but I fucking would have, or you know.
Well,
Or is it just better for him not to say anything? I don't know. I don't know the mechanics of this. If there's some sort of report that goes in, or
the jury should have come back. We find the prosecutors guilty on all counts of being scum.
Are we sentenced the fat one to doing some exercise?
Yeah, but the left had probably
Cruel
called that
diet.
cruel and unusual punishment because they're all a bunch of fat, lazy bastards.
Sentence him to
Sentence.
diet
We
and
sentence that one to
diet.
eating slightly less pies.
No pie. No pies, but he will watch people eat pies.
Yeah.
Make me suffer.
The fat one's got an OnlyFans where he just eats Subway.
Oh, yuck.
What are you looking at?
What was that thing called again? Where you eat in front of a camera?
Mukbang.
Huh?
Mukbang.
Mukbang. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll basically be the new mukbang king, making the previous cries for no reason just cry even more.
Oh, poor Nico.
You can't beat him. He's the king of mukbang.
What the fuck is? Holy shit!
He's fucking
I
pathetic.
wish I could have got a photo of that. Should have just seen the car that just drove past me.
What was it?
I have no idea. There's so much shit stuck to it. I couldn't tell. It had the biggest spoiler. Literally the biggest spoiler I've ever seen on the car, and the uprights that were supporting it were in the shape of flamingos.
Did it almost fly? Did it almost fly?
No, not even a little bit.
Lame.
I couldn't even work out what the base car was. So much shit stuck to it.
That's how you know it's good.
Sorry. Anyway, sorry to distract them. It just I saw it. I saw it and it had to be mentioned.
Oh, fair.
It was also literally 3 millimeters off the ground. like a reasonably robust leaf would catch the front diffuser.
Oh, I hate cars like that. I do.
I mean,
Every time I'm behind one of these cars that are really lowered like that, I just get all up in them, just pissing them off entirely. And I managed to get up every single one of them.
Get some of that Volvo energy up their arsehole.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're doing full-on prison showers, baby.
So let's have a look at some salt, shall we?
Yes.
More.
Why not?
We're mukbanging salt.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, Governor of Wisconsin, absolute fucking loser, his statement regarding the verdict in the Rittenhouse trial. No verdict will be able to bring back the lives of Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum, or heal Gage Grosskrat's injuries, just as no verdict can heal the wounds or trauma experienced by Jacob Blake and his family. No ruling today changes our reality in Wisconsin that we have work to do towards equity, accountability, and justice the communities across our state are demanding and deserve.
Political suicide.
Sadly, probably not. Because the Democrats are just that far fucking gone. Let's see. Anthony Huber, the wife-beating piece of shit. Joseph Rosenbaum, the convicted pedophile who raped how many kids? At least 5?
Jeez, yeah, I thought it was like 4 or 5, about.
And Gage Grosskrat, the convicted felon illegally carrying a firearm that he then pointed at a 17-year-old. Well, at least they've all got something in common, pointing weapons at children. Like,
ridiculous.
But I mean, it's only 5. I mean, have we checked into what do we know about these kids he fucked? You know, like I said the other week, do we know if Kyle was his type? I mean, they're calling him a Black Lives Matter activist, but did he fuck black kids? I mean, who knows?
Maybe he's an equal opportunity pedophile.
These are questions that need to be answered. I mean, maybe he was really, really interested in Black lives.
I'm sure she was really interested in ruining them.
I think,
Here,
more
here's
details
some.
are required.
Speaking about self-defense and doing what you should. Give me 2 seconds. Here you go. I think she is the right gender and color, right?
What is this going to be? Ah, yes. Okay. Call for justice for Crystal Kaiser of Kenosha. She was 17, shot and killed her pedophile child sex trafficker to escape. She was wrongfully denied access to a self-defense law and her case is on appeal. It's more productive than attacking Cold Rittenhouse.
Yeah. This is actually a case they should have been, all about, but they're not even talking.
Yes, they should have been out there going, why the fuck is she not allowed self-defense?
Yeah, and also they didn't, the reason is probably because she did the same as Kyle. She killed one of their own.
Yes, they probably don't like her because, oh my, no, they killed a pedophile. I feel personally attacked, say the left.
Yeah.
Alright, so where were we? Ah yes, we were having a look at Governor Dumbfuck's statement. So he goes on to waffle a bit, then he says, I echoed the calls of local Kenosha community leaders and joined them in asking everyone who might choose to assemble and exercise their First Amendment rights in any community to please only do so safely and peacefully. That sounds like a call to violence. Get him.
It does. Yeah.
Always something.
Very much a call to violence. Probably cause some sort of insurrection.
Yeah.
Again.
He then waffles some more, and then goes on about rooting out the disparities that are so often inextricably linked to that of violence and trauma. Yeah, like pedophiles attacking kids on the street.
Yeah.
He then said...
He's defending his own, though, so,
Yeah. That's why he's so upset. He doesn't want people to think that shooting pedophiles is okay. Someone might go for him. But then
Biden supports it as well.
Yeah. So then the idiot says we must be unwavering in our promise to build a state where every kid, person, and family can live their life free of violence and have every chance to be successful. Okay, so what about the kids that Rosenbaum raped and the women that Huber beat? Are they not allowed to live their lives free of violence? Well, I suppose they do get to now that Kyle solved the fucking problem.
No, that wasn't violence. That was love.
It was a summer of love.
Hello, second.
Rosenbaum had mostly peaceful sex with those children.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, he was mostly
Oh, man.
he most of the time he wasn't violently raping children.
He cuddled them afterwards.
Oh man, I am like simultaneously.
I said I was gonna say some bad stuff today. I'm gonna say some bad.
Oh, here we go.
I am simultaneously drunk and hungover right now.
Oh
Like-
god. Yeah. How
kinda
much
knew
did you
it
end up
coming,
having
though.
yesterday?
A lot.
Oh my god. Like, how many more shots did you do after you left? Because you just disappeared.
Honestly, I don't remember when I left.
Oh,
Answer that
I
question.
counted 11.
no, yeah.
I was up.
I remember
at
doing
16
like
at
5
least.
with you, or at least 4 or 5 with you.
I got up to 16 at least. So,
How are you still alive?
He's American.
well,
Those are-
I mean, I'm
Those
still.
are
Also, he's
amateur
the-
numbers.
He's also
Mm.
an Indian. I mean, Native American, Ind-American, whatever. He's the high
So they
cheek
get magic
guy.
Yes.
powers.
Yeah, it's the high cheek guy. He's
horse
using that
runs
Wendigo
with-
magic.
The horse runs with the buffalo.
Fire water cannot harm me. I am of a stronger build.
This
Yes.
man's really built different.
Whew, yeah. Wait, when did I leave?
It was probably like, yeah, I can't remember. It must have been like, it was 1 o'clock in the morning, I think, where I was, or like 2 o'clock, maybe. No, it's midnight-ish, sort of.
Huh. Okay. I don't remember how yesterday ended, so that's a thing. I do know I'm still like drunk from yesterday, so that's
Nice.
Oh
fine.
my god.
But do
I mean,
you
you're
remember
lying.
that Kylie's a good boy who did nothing wrong?
Well, yeah, that's the reason I got drunk.
I mean, you're the reason I got drunk, because I just dropped by to say hello and just be like, yay, happy Kyle. And then it's like, put on your
Took a
meme
megaton.
shirt and a meme hat and get some drink. It's like, okay.
Yes.
Can't
Yes,
say no to that.
please.
You made a good point, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of rank hypocrisy, Discord you're in chats like bunch of drunks. Do we need to pull out the
Yes.
video evidence, Disco?
Yes.
Poor Scottish lass. Cannot go back home to Scotland because you got the Nazis there.
Yes.
Well, Scotland's not quite as bad as Austria or the Netherlands just yet. But never mind that shit. That shit's not fun. Let's look at some more salt.
Yes, Billy Blogs, I have stayed off the vape, and yeah, it's been incredible.
This goes like video evidence. So let's look at what the most popular president ever had to say, shall we?
Isn't he busy taking it up the ass right now?
Well, this is distracting from my
Oh.
Build Back Better agenda.
Yes, let's see if we can get his full pathetic statement up.
Well, I mean, that would be the only thing he could get up if that's the case.
I don't know. Yeah, Carl's an adult now, so he's not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 year too late.
So let's have
What
a...
is all this blah blah blah?
Speaking of blah, 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 statement by President Biden. While the verdict in Kenosha will leave many Americans feeling angry and concerned, myself included, we must acknowledge that the jury has spoken. Why are you angry and concerned, you fucking nut job?
What the fuck? He said he... Wait.
That's okay,
He's
second.
angry and concerned because of the verdict. That is so unbased.
Oh Lord.
Everyone was like coming to me with this Biden thing saying, oh, well, you know, this is proof that Biden's a good boy. He's a good boy. Like, no, fuck you.
Biden
No,
has never
no,
been a good boy.
If I was Biden and I knew there was a right wing pedo shooter on the loose, I'd be pretty fucking worried.
Yeah.
Might sniff a few less children this.
Mm.
Oh boy.
If you're a Democrat, you don't want that kind of thing catching on.
Yeah, we've seen enough of pictures of and video of Biden sniffing little girls' hair. He doesn't want a pedo shooter around.
No.
We have seen him sniffing. I don't want to know what he does when we're not looking.
Yeah.
You saw that video the other day of him grabbing his grandson at the funeral, for fuck's sake. I mean, that's creepy as fuck.
I have not seen that video. Oh god.
Lefties were going on Twitter like, it's his grandson. Like
That doesn't make
That
it any
makes
better.
it worse.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes it worse, but it certainly doesn't make it any fucking better. That's some
Wait.
creepy shit.
Guys, have we done the, we done the fucking Colin Kaepernick, assault yet?
Wait, Colin Kaepernick is salty?
Oh, I have not seen that.
No,
Okay.
we're currently
I'm
looking at
this week after
so-called...
the Biden one.
We're currently looking at so-called elected officials and their salt. So much for believing in
Former
the American
Vice
system.
President Joe Biden. Former Vice President Joe Biden, as Crowder says.
Yes. So, we didn't even get through the first sentence because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So he then says, I ran on a promise to bring Americans together. That's a lie, because I believe that what unites us is far greater than what divides us. Well, why are you issuing this statement, you fucking idiot? I know that we're not going to heal our country's wounds overnight, not while you're in charge, but I remain steadfast in my commitment to do everything in my power to assure that every American is treated equally with fairness and dignity under the law. Well...
No. Well, you're Democrats. That's just not true.
Yeah, I want everyone to be treated with fairness and dignity under the law. But I really disagree with this jury's decision.
Well, maybe he means every American with a net worth over $1 billion.
Maybe.
Or,
Yeah, no, probably.
or anyone who votes for him.
Yeah. I'm just looking for love. And
Or any non-American that votes for him.
lots
Or,
of
any,
crap.
or more importantly, any dead American that votes for him.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's... Yep. Most popular president amongst dead people.
Yeah. That's
So-
true.
Don't forget, Harris is also the most popular VP of all time as well. She was, she was on that ticket too.
So popular she couldn't even get... She dropped out of the primaries.
Oh, there's all these sexists and racists saying that Harris only got her position because she's a black woman. It's like, well, no,
she only
Biden
got her permission.
literally fucking said that. Like, I'm gonna get like a woman of color in my as a VP.
She got her position because she sucked. She got her position because she sucked off the right people. The problem that she's got now is that she can't suck off enough people for it to be popular. There's a limit. There's a limit to how many people she can suck off, and it's not enough to become popular.
Getting a blowjob of Kamala Harris, that's not something you want. That's something you want to avoid.
Well, I agree, but enough people wanted it that she managed to get a political career out of it.
I'm pretty sure she didn't suck him up. She probably sacrificed some of her children on the altar.
Oh, she wouldn't do that. She'd sacrifice someone else's children.
No, she definitely sucked her way up to DA, didn't she, or whatever it was?
But you gotta be hot in order to do that, though. And she.
You do not. What are you
No.
saying?
Politicians have no standards, man.
Let me say a fucking ridiculous trip.
Ah.
You've been attracted to every woman who's ever sucked you off? That's insane.
I don't jump on the first fucking thing I see. I have standards.
Based.
You're a fool.
Well, then I shall be a happy fool.
He shall be a
Well,
fool with no sexually transmitted disease.
Sexually transmitted diseases by getting sucked off.
You do.
You
Well, I thought
can't.
we were talking about. I thought we were talking about fucking the bitch who sucked you off.
Who said you had to fuck her? That time requires effort.
And for some reason, I have Steel Panther song "Glory Hole" playing in my head. Gotta blow my load at the glory hole.
Yeah, that's just a good Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't that bacon?
Anyway, sorry, I've derailed things slightly. As you were saying, Bezic.
Yes. Right, so, back to Biden being a piece of shit. So, he then says that I urge everyone to express their views peacefully, consistent with the rule of law. Oh, that sounds similar to what Trump said. Impeach Biden.
That's very similar.
Violence and destruction of property have no place in our democracy. Well, where was that fucking opinion all of last fucking year, you sack of shit? Oh, now it's his government that looks bad when there's riots rolling through the streets.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I have spoken with the governor this afternoon and offered support and any assistance needed to ensure public safety. Again, where was the support and assistance for public safety last year? Because Governor Evers, who we just looked at, this sack of scum right fucking here, he refused assistance last time and told the police not to bother doing anything.
That
he's
isn't
made his
gonna.
insurance. He's made his insurance claims since then, you know, and doesn't want his premiums going up a second time. So.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look at the Kaepernick tweet, because Kaepernick always has the worst take on everything possible.
Oh, this is gonna be good. Headache, anyone?
Yep, we just...
Worst take? I think best take.
Consistently dumbest take. We just witnessed a system built on white supremacy validate the terroristic acts of a white supremacist. This only further validates the need to abolish our current system. White supremacy cannot be reformed.
Yeah, we gotta listen to the modern slave, everybody, because we all know that he is a slave.
I mean, where do you even start with that? Where does the terrorism aspect come into this?
BLM was there? And Antifa? They're terrorists.
Yeah, how was anything he was doing even remotely terroristic? Was he killing pedophiles for a political position? Because, I mean, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that, too. I don't see a problem with it.
Vice.
But does this idiot not realize that they were all fucking white?
He's got these they live glasses on, and whenever he sees someone in a position in his brain that can be transferred as victim, quote unquote, they suddenly get blackified.
Pro tip, if you're sympathizing with the pedophile, you're not the good guy. So let's see what we've got. We've got the Gadsad, the Gadfather, coming in and absolutely BTFOing him.
As you should.
Yep. We have Lauren Southern. Just coping to see you, boys. In my defence, I'm well into the beer.
To be fair, I have always enjoyed a good Lauren Southering. It's a
Who doesn't?
great way to spend the day.
Yeah, so we have the
as Discordia says, why white mode?
Because we are white people.
there's a dark mode?
Wait, is there a dark mode?
Yes,
on
it is
Twitter?
dark mode.
I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with that.
It's literally the
God
first thing. You got
website.
a man is supposed to do one thing when he's on an internet page, and if it's a white background, go to see if you find the night mode.
Yeah, otherwise you'll
Yeah,
just get blinded.
but who does that for Twitter, right? Like,
It's
Me?
Twitter. I don't spend time
Yeah,
on
because
Twitter.
I know my weaknesses, that I am drawn to the salt and the other stuff on that page. So I know I'm gonna be spending a few hours just looking at it. So dark mode
Is
enabled.
there an extra white mode?
I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's
can turn it on white and turn your screen up to the brightest and then blind yourself.
Is there a white mode?
yes. The Lord Justice white.
92% of our country white.
White.
The guy who's railing my mum.
White. Oh man.
My wife's boyfriend also white.
Oh man, I'm still fucking drunk.
I can hear that.
It was hours ago, you pussy. What are you talking about? Like, get a coffee and
Drink a megaton of tea.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can get some tea, but Discord is hoarding it all.
No, I am.
well, fucking Cooper said I was made out entirely out of spite and malice in the thing earlier, and I was like, that's not true. I'm made entirely out of tea and avarice.
Well, we all know tea is just coffee for people that has no true standards.
I drink coffee in the morning. I drink tea in the afternoon.
Then you're a bit of your Norwegian heritage shows up. I see. Good.
Because I'm cultured and interesting.
But
Yes.
what about second breakfast? Afternoon tea, dinner, supper.
Second breakfast is actually just when you have a continental breakfast to take the edge off your fry.
Yeah. We need
which I'm not saying I do in hotels a lot.
we need fucking dwarves for this salt mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's larger than Moria.
The mines of Moria. The salt mines of Moria.
She's short enough.
No, man. I would not invest in these mines. They must be very nearly tapped out at this point.
Holy shit. I'm gonna have to look for dark mode now.
I'd invest more in funeral services, and suicide helplines, things like that.
I don't know. Investing in ammo sounds pretty good.
And it does.
Oh,
I don't think. Well, one or two more wins like this from the right, and I think the left will take care of itself.
Looking forward to the day. I'm looking
Kool-Aid style.
Oh yeah.
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 oh yeah.
So, and let's have a look at some replies to Kaepernick the loser.
Jim was a legend.
Kaepernick the undaunted
Oh.
by logic.
So we have the Libertarian Party, White guy on trial for killing 2 white guys. Wins on obvious self-defense. Classic white supremacy. 124 replies, 9.6 thousand likes. Then some absolute fucking loser pops in and goes, "Oh, you forgot to mention the little detail of the protest the white guys are adding in support of." Yeah,
Oh my God.
he got ratioed. So, of course, Libertarian Party replies, "The pedo screaming the N-word or the woman beater?" Idiot. Idiot comes back with the picture of Kyle with the OK sign.
No. It's not okay. You can see it's clearly a W and a P. Because Trump. Oh.
Yep. And
This remind.
ooh, here's a lovely photo worth stealing.
Oh.
Wow, even the blacks are in it.
Oh no.
Everyone's part of it. The drama in the White House, it's all a game.
I mean,
There
they
is
were
no
all
right
against
or
gay
left.
marriage.
It is no right or left. It's all just an illusion. Everybody's in on it.
Oh.
Yep, renowned white supremacist AOC.
Yeah.
Beautiful little Carmens.
Yeah,
Look
so much just the
awesome.
retard button there.
Well, it's good to know. This Odin Bowie loser must be another one of the ones that's shaking in their boots because he thinks Kyle might come after him for what he's done to children.
Yeah. Unironically, yes.
Well, I've seen a lot of Marvel movies, and when the good guy has been framed, he puts his gun down and surrenders himself to the mob.
That's the
They
dumbest
can
shit
fuck right
ever.
up with that. They can fuck right up with that.
So we've also got a picture of what appears to be Colin Kaepernick with the family of white people that adopted him. That was a fucking mistake. He's an ungrateful little bastard.
White.
Where's Colin Kaepernick?
It's the creature on the far left of the picture.
Does not look like a black guy to me, gotta be honest.
Well, if we had any
It-
pixels, you might be able to tell.
Yeah, but he looks like a... Basically, he looks like me the times I managed to spill cocoa powder on myself. Exact same color.
Yeah.
This guy is almost as white as the founder of BLM.
Yeah. So, someone with at least 2 brain cells to rub together pops in to say, on the same day this happens, people are crying racism. Yes. Breaking. Andrew Coffey IV found not guilty of murder, attempted murder in Indian River County SWAT raid. Yes, that's right. Shot some cops. Turns out he's not guilty because the cops were in the wrong.
Yeah, because the cops are evil. And also, he is as dark as a burned coffee bean.
Yes.
Yeah, defund the police.
Yep. Let them live in their own shit.
Yeah, and of course the idiots have to come in with, like, this man was home in his bed. He didn't travel across straight lines with an AR-style rifle with the intent to harm someone.
What is AR style?
Well,
Style.
well, everyone makes their own version of the AR-15.
I actually think that is just an advertising ploy from the people who make the AR-15s.
I'm a lot.
Paid all the journalists. They paid all the
No!
they paid all the journos to call every gun an AR-15.
No
to
white
resist
straight
it.
male needs an AK-15. Okay, the founding fathers didn't mean any AR-47s. Okay, right?
The unmistakable silhouette of an AK-47. Everyone remember that? Yeah.
Oh, it's also fucking misinformation whenever they go, oh, that's like a military rifle, war rifle. It's a war rifle. Like, no, you fucking moron.
No, by
Like,
definition, it's not.
It's literally like designed for civilian use. The war rifle is the M4, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
thing is, as
Discordia
well, do they
posted
think-
something on live shows, Basic, that you should take a look at on other shit day.
The other thing is as well, do they think that Kyle would have done worse with a different rifle? Is that what the
Yeah, let's
is that
have a
the
look.
issue? Because he might have been just as successful.
I think it would be immensely funny to see what he would do with a chain gun.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So, William Sutton. Oh, an EU fan.
Pain.
God. Oh, wear a mask plus get vaxxed. Free Palestine. Oh, so they've got the wrong take on literally everything. Excellent.
He's a turf.
Good to know. The people celebrating Rittenhouse are sick. They're cut off from their own humanity. This is why the West needs to be destroyed, to save these people from their own evil. That's a special kind of stupid.
That is projection at an alarming rate.
Yes, I'd be interested to see what William Sutton's take would have been if Kyle was killed.
Hey, look, it's the...
Look, it's the cuck and the fat guy. Oh, and look, it is the convicted criminal with the gun that he shouldn't have had because, you know, convicted criminal.
Yeah. Also, we're looking at the wrong side because I kind of want to see what the remains of his arm. Sad.
Why do you shoot commies? Because they can't fly a helicopter.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Innocent people.
Yep, didn't fight back, beaten down in the street. Didn't fight back, beaten down in the street. Fought back, not fucking guilty on all counts.
Hell fucking yes.
Epic.
Because Carl's a good boy, damn it.
Yes.
He's a good boy who didn't do nothing.
Okay, that's a good one. I love the I love the Gatsby memes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being this as stupid as these fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Yes, how dare you celebrate someone fighting off a bunch of psychotic pedophiles? Yet another person that feels offended by the pedophiles.
Not really people though, in my case. What is that noise?
Well, are you in McDonald's?
What?
He's in Mackey's. He's got to be.
He's at Maggie
There's only
D's.
one place you hear. There's only one place you hear crying children like that. When the single mums are out at Mackey's.
Mackey's? Who the hell called it Mackey's?
Like McDonald's Mackey's. It's just
Yeah,
a-
but why call it
66 million
Mackey's?
Brits.
yeah, like every Brit calls it Mackey's.
Yeah.
Lucky D's.
Just about everyone shortens it. Macca's, Mickey D's.
Mackers is gay as fuck.
Macca's more like Spackers.
Well,
You know what they say? 4 doors, more horrors.
Well, hi. People, the left should be in favour of McDonald's because no cows were harmed in the making of those burgers, and
Maybe
no.
some of those kangaroos though.
No. Okay, that's unacceptable.
Kangaroos are a plague.
What about humbags? There any
All arranged by
humbags?
bear overlords.
Hombear-roided kangaroos are the way forward. Like, you could create a massively dangerous army with that.
What's with you and the fucking palm bears?
I have no idea.
It's a suboptimal snack.
Mix them with enough DMT and they're great.
Everything's great with more DMT.
True.
It's just a Lotus Eater submarine.
Yeah.
Right.
The palm bears works like Havoc creates Dark Masters with ultimate power.
Billy Blogs wants to know what the fuck are the burgers made out of them. Horses and sawdust.
Horse meat's actually very good for you. The sheer amount of protein in it. Like, people kept complaining about, like, I think it was Tesco's meat being potentially horse meat, It's like, no, that's an upgrade, man. The sheer amount of protein they have is unreal.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with horse meat. Just don't. If you're going to use it, don't let people assume it's not.
No, they're way more funny.
I think the
We
issue was they kept finding that horse meat in the vegetarian lasagna. I think that was the problem.
Yeah, we actually had an issue about that in our Findus. It's one of our brands in Norway. It was a kind of a meme that, oh, I hope they don't find us. Really
That's
shit
amazing.
myself. So I do like cured salted horse meat. It's actually pretty good.
Salted pork.
Horse meat is epic.
It is. It's bad in every single way, but if you cure it, it's actually edible, and if you cure it right, it's really fucking good.
I think we should.
The Kazakhs have a horse sausage called Kazy,
Casey?
and they get very upset if you sort of say it's horse cock. But I have to say, the first time it was served to me, it literally I got a plate. There was a large, thick length of horse sausage and 2 boiled potatoes at the far end of the plate. I mean, you're really asking for someone to. Anyway.
Eat a dick, basically, huh?
Yeah.
Or as we call it in the good old land of Norway, hastkuk.
Yeah.
Kuchen fluken.
Okay. Let's rapidly get away from Shem talking about horse cock.
Oh, you're giving me all the blame?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Get trolled.
Right, so Rittenhouse. So, Democratic piece of shit Jay Nadler calls for Biden DOJ review because, of course, the trials will continue until we get the correct result.
No.
Yeah, let's not do that. Here's some bright white page to rig a Discordia. How Rittenhouse could face federal charges as Nadler calls for DOJ review. Because, of course, the heartbreaking verdict is a miscarriage of justice that sets a dangerous precedent. Oh, fuck off with your stupid fucking ads. Which justifies federal review by DOJ. Justice cannot tolerate armed persons crossing state lines looking for trouble, while people engage in First Amendment protected protest.
State lines! It's state line!
Now these fucking idiots care about borders?
Yeah, it's only when it's convenient.
Yep.
Well, they're saying that Kyle deserved it because of where he was, and I mean, did you see how he was dressed?
Yeah, did you see that? Did you see how short his AR-15 was?
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
It's still drunk. It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, but you can't expect the Democrats to understand the concept of a, consistent argument.
No. You can't expect them to understand the concept of actually the fact that there are other amendments to the Constitution, like the second.
What was that?
Second doesn't exist.
Well, just like the second plague amendment,
Yeah.
where frogs are sent to get people.
Well, but they don't even
Armed frogs.
But incredible how he's wrong on every point of that sentence. Armed persons crosses state lines. Wasn't armed. Who gives a shit about state lines? Looking for trouble? No. Trouble came to him repeatedly. People engage in First Amendment protected protest? No. Setting dumpsters on fire is not protected by the First Amendment.
Of course not.
But a fat, stupid Democrat wouldn't understand that.
Interesting thing. It literally says speech. You know, I don't think anything other than speech is protected in that case. So,
Yes.
Just that would be my very difficult take on it.
Yeah, and he drove like 15 minutes, which is still less time distance than Rosenbaum and Grosskreutz both travelled.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, they both travelled from further away than he did
Rosenbaum's
to,
mental hospital.
to seek out trouble, to
Rosenbaum,
commit
yeah.
violent acts of terrorism. And we're not talking about Cole here.
Oh no, the cruelty and humanity.
Yes.
I mean, I really, really hope Kyle got his dick sucked last night. That's basically.
He
Well,
probably did.
hey, well, apparently, what's the asshole's name?
Yeah, the guy's girlfriend.
Yeah, apparently
Wait, what?
apparently Huber's girlfriend gave him her number.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's Chadism of the highest order.
Nice.
I killed
That
your
is
boyfriend.
fucking
Now you're
nice.
mine.
I think it belonged to me then. Now all your bases are my damn it,
Or
Now
belong
all your
to
bases
us.
are belong to me.
right? Yeah.
I saw a mildly funny joke on the internet anti-Rittenhouse,
Oh man.
which would be funny if he hadn't killed the guy. Grosskreutz travelled from Milwaukee, 50 miles away.
Yeah, but that doesn't count because he's on their side.
Yes.
Yeah, but also he's kind of gross, you know, being splattered everywhere. A little bit here, a little bit there, and a little bit way over there.
Yeah, he brought a gun 50 miles to a protest.
Yes, he clearly brought his gun over state lines. So he seems to want to talk about it.
But also, bringing a gun across state lines, even if he did, it's America, goddammit!
Exactly.
Shall not be infringed. Shall not be infringed.
Vice.
Student, our boy Rittenhouse got Huber's girlfriend's number.
Figured.
What a fucking legend. So, meanwhile, while they're screeching about the case about 4 white men, the Ahmed Aubrey case, court rules defendants must have either witnessed the crime or it occurred in the defendant's presence for a lawful citizen's arrest. Defendant Aubrey conceded that they did not.
Oh.
So, Aubrey, if my memory tells me right, Aubrey was the one who was running away when he was shot in the back by 3 white men. And
He was just jogging, so that's different.
Too bad he didn't have an AK-15, right?
yeah,
You know, could have used an AR-47 in that situation.
Those
Or
guys
an
definitely aren't.
AR-69.
Those guys aren't getting off. That's for fucking sure.
well, I'm
Well,
trying to
won't stop them
find
from
it,
trying.
but apparently they've been found guilty by directed verdict because, as a matter of law, they're guilty. So we'll get to that later because, yeah, turns out that they just shot an unarmed black man. But white supremacy. And as they point out in the comments,
Yeah, I don't think he got shot because of white supremacy. I think he got shot because they thought he was stealing their shit, and he would probably almost certainly was trying to steal their shit.
well, thing is, they didn't witness it, so as a matter of law, they can't detain him under citizen's arrest. So what they did is attempted murder.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But yeah, he was almost certainly trying to steal their shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Turns out, though, that legally it doesn't matter, but white supremacy.
But I mean, I'm genuinely the belief that if anybody's on your property, you should be allowed to shoot them.
Oh, based.
If you've got no reason to be there. Just
Yep. If you're not invited, it should. Yep. Just from the front door, 1,000 meters away with a rifle. Bang.
if you're on the property, good enough.
Yeah.
As long as you fall within the, as long as your body falls to rest within the grounds of the property, good enough. That would be my. I'd disguise the property line.
Yeah. So let's see what Gavin Newsom has to say, because of course that idiot has to have an opinion.
Based.
So, America today, you can break the law, carry around weapons built for military, shoot and kill people and get away with it. That's the message we've just sent to armed vigilantes across the nation.
I mean,
Not
that was the best.
built
It is
for
not
a military.
built for military, you fucking
I would-
idiot.
I mean, I wish that was the message.
Oh, there's an even better article we'll get to in a bit.
I mean, can you go off and do that now? Can you do those things he said and just go? But Gavin Newsom said that we were allowed to. That message had been we're allowed to.
Okay, I'm going to put a picture on. I'm going to put a picture on the screen. One of these is a purpose-built weapon of war, and the other is a civilian hunting rifle. Now, those of us who aren't complete fucking retards can probably tell which is which, but a leftist will say that the one on top is a military weapon.
Because it's black and scary.
Yes. Now, Trim, do you know what the weapon on the bottom is?
It's the actual army weapon.
Yes. It's the M1 carbine, famously used, the semi-automatic rifle famously used by US Marines in World War II.
Saw a lot of action in it too. Really fires.
Yeah.
It fires quickly.
Yes.
One of my favorite World War II guns.
Yes. The AR-15, on the other hand, is a civilian version, a civilian hunting rifle, based on the design of the not terribly fantastic M4 platform, as used famously by the Americans in Vietnam and Korea. I don't think that's not a Garand student, I'm pretty sure. But we do like the Garand when it goes ping.
Well, that is a classic.
Yeah. And again, another picture. One of these is a weapon of war, but because it's made of wood, the left thinks it doesn't look scary.
Yeah.
Can still mess you up.
Yeah. I mean, both can kill you. It's just that, one looks a lot smoother. Honestly, I want the wooden gun if I could choose one.
Looks more stylish.
It does. Plastic and aluminum does not look nice.
Yeah.
No, student. The US did have semi-auto magfeds. The M1, the sexy little M1 carbine. All right. So let's bring up the Babylon Bee because they're so much funnier than media found guilty on all counts. Kenosha, Wisconsin. In a verdict that surprised both the prosecution, defense, and judge, the jury for the Rittenhouse trial declared that the media be found guilty on all counts. Would one of you like to read this while I have a quick bathroom break?
Second, you're the reader. Or Anglo, maybe? Give us some of that British style.
I'm good. I'm
I-
good.
I'm trying to read it, but the details are. Wait, I'll try to turn up the quality. I might be able to read it. Kenosha, in a verdict, surprised both prosecution, defense, and judge. The jury of Rittenhouse trial declared that the media be found guilty on all accounts. The courtroom fell silent.
I'm just gonna say this. I hope so much that this is another case of Babylon B's prophetic power just shining.
Oh man, they've aged so well.
They have. Let this be another one.
It's
please.
like the Onion as well. All of the stuff they say, like that army stuff they predicted like years ago in 2009. Too good. Courtroom fell silent as the jury foreman stood to read the verdict. We, the jury, find the media guilty on all accounts, including the egregious use of its influence to lie to the American people. The jury listed guilty verdicts for the following allegations: painting an innocent American teenager as a white supremacist terrorist, painting violent communist criminals as peaceful, innocent victims, using its influence to sow painful division in the greatest nation on earth, using minorities as pawns in race-baiting schemes just for ratings, inciting violence on vulnerable neighborhoods and minority-owned businesses, giving an entire show to Brian Stelter. Amazing.
Glorious.
God, if only it was true. But it might be after Rittenhouse sues the ever-loving fuck out of them.
He needs it.
The Babylon Bee, like, you get like your news 2 weeks ahead of time before everyone else. Before you get your news before it actually even happens.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a
I'm
really
pretty
funny
convinced those
meme.
guys have actually got a time machine.
Yeah, they have to at this rate.
Somebody has invented the time machine and they're using it solely for trolling people.
What if the last oracles alive have been just collected by these guys and like, yeah, this is just so silly. We're just gonna write it down. In truth, they're just oracles.
I think they've legitimately built a time machine and they found that the only safe use for it is to troll the media.
Basically, yeah.
Everything else, every other use of it is world-ending. So they just, so they've having spent all the money on it, they're just trying to recoup the costs through the Babylon Bee.
The only responsible people left.
I found this on memes. The Rittenhouse, a chaser followed by 3 shots.
Yeah, that's not that great.
I think it was funny.
Because the third and fourth shot are, they have no effect.
Alright. I might be back in a bit, but I gotta bounce for now.
Alright.
Right, mate.
Good day, fliggity, flaggity, fliggy,
Adios, man. Did.
Just weak. Just super weak.
Yeah, Americans and their Indians.
Fannies.
All right. So, Rittenhouse defense attorney Mike Richards has given an interview. Let's have a look at a clip from it.
Yeah, and I said, I've never had a case, and I don't think I ever will, where within 2 days or 3 days of one another, the president and the presidential candidate comment on it. And both of them had such different beliefs. President Biden said some things that I think are so incorrect and untrue. He's not a white supremacist. I'm glad that he at least respects the jury verdict. And if the government had any information regarding his cell phone or anything, that he'd been to any of those websites or been online doing that kind of stuff, it would have been introduced in evidence. It wasn't. We were the individuals who released his cell phone, which couldn't be cracked by the FBI because we had nothing to hide. Yeah, and I said, I've never had...
Lovely.
So there you go. Biden said some things that I think are so incorrect and untrue. Well, sue the fuck out of him.
The President of America, ladies and gentlemen.
Former Vice President Joe Biden. Ah, yes. Here's the tweet I referenced earlier. So, Bananasaurus crossing state lines Rex. I'm keeping a list of all the blue check crossing state lines tweets today and scanning shockingly long. Hundreds, I think. Can barely keep up with them as new bad takes come in.
Yeah.
There are some fantastic ones in there, but I think Heavy Artillery Gun stands out as my favourite. For Nick Brennan, verified idiot. An underage white kid drove across state lines with a heavy artillery gun and killed 2 protesters and was acquitted on all charges. Meanwhile, Breonna Taylor was asleep and...
The funny thing is, though, I don't think he knows what an artillery gun is.
No.
And didn't Breonna Taylor return fire?
Maybe?
Her boyfriend did. She was just caught in the crossfire. So if anyone's responsible, it's a shitbag boyfriend. Felony murder charges for him sound good. But yeah, he was apparently just carrying around a heavy artillery gun.
Oh.
Okay.
As you do.
Really fucking Chad strength there.
Yeah, that's like inhuman.
You think that's just a bad translation?
No, they know exactly what they're fucking doing. Well, let's have a look at who Nick fucking Brennan is.
Let's go, Brandon. Sorry, I couldn't help
Oh,
myself.
look, Public Affairs, Politics Past, NBC News, MSNBC,
Awesome.
Colbert, SNL. And he's a filthy fucking drummer. And yeah,
We haven't heard any more about the reporter that was chasing the bus either, right?
not yet, but we'll have a look. So let's have a look at some of the dumb takes from this idiot. 2 white libertarians in his feed pretending this acquittal was fact and ignoring the climate of rampant white privilege when it comes to law and order and our justice system. The pedophile was white.
And so are the wife beater and the criminal.
Well, this guy seems to be another one of the leftists that have the same issue. They're scared that people are coming after pedophiles again.
Fear them.
If I was a pedophile, that would bother me as well. It would be high on my list of concerns.
Well, you'd think if you were a pedophile, you'd do your best to not look like a fucking pedophile.
Well, I mean, I would be concerned in that apparently Kyle has some sort of sixth sense for detecting them.
Well, hey,
Magic powers, man.
he's 4 for 4 shitbags.
I mean, he's not going to get introduced to Biden, is he? You're not going to, you know what I mean? He's not going to be introduced to Biden to get a medal or anything.
Prime Night asks, should pedophiles have armbands? They should have state-mandated neckties.
Well, with a sort of brown star to represent the booty hole.
Yes.
Well, they already have to identify at least to their local neighborhood if they're a nonce.
How many fucking times do you think they do that?
Well, they're legally required to, and hopefully they do, but they probably don't.
There's actually this guy in Norway who has been arrested once for doing it because doing this is illegal, though. But he's looking through the registers, and then every time a pedo moves, he just goes around and tells everyone in the neighborhood that he's a pedo, he's a pedo, he's a pedo.
Well, yeah.
He was recently let out again from prison, and you know what he did? Right back at it.
Oh god, epic.
I love it.
So, the idiot retweeted another verified moron. Oh, a queer Latina, Dee Carceral, councilmember-elect for New York City Council, a public defender. An absolute idiot. The result is a reminder white supremacy isn't the right, it's literally the whole damn foundation. And there's so much pain in knowing a guilty verdict wouldn't bring us closer to justice either. It sacrifices an individual to legitimize and prop up a system that's killing us all.
No matter what you do, you'll never win.
That's a special kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I think Tiffany has been smoking the TP pipe a little bit too much.
Also, if America was founded on white supremacy, why are you a council member-elect for New York City?
Because, you know, the...
What? Why
the
was...
guy in charge there is an idiot, too.
Also, is Obama white or black? If he's black, how the fuck did he get elected in a white supremacist country?
Maybe he used a little bit of bleach.
Yeah, maybe. So then some other idiot pops in to say, let the Rittenhouse trial remind you that America hasn't made the progress that's pushed by the press. White people are still given passes that would never be given to any other race. Even if the murder charge is not guilty, a manslaughter charge should have stuck easily. Given passes that would never be given to any other race. Really, motherfucker. Where is that other tweet? Because we just looked at Mr. Coffee the Fourth, who shot cops and got away with it. Because, you know, the cops were the bad guys. Yes, a racist country that acquitted a black man for shooting police.
Fractal, I'm quiet because I can't, you know, derail the conversation every time. I'll be right back. I need to get myself a Satsuma.
Alright.
Yeah. So, here's another leftist screeching.
That's got to be a euphemism, surely.
Student of History says, like, you mean like the black school shooter that got same-day bail?
Oh, God. That was mad.
Yeah. So, verified fuckwit, Jag Meat Singh, leader of Canada's New Democratic Party.
Okay. Are they like the American Democrat Party? The
No.
party of the grow. You know,
the party of suppressing black people. Yeah, probably.
yes.
So this idiot says, I know today's verdict is painful for many. It feels like another failure by a broken system designed to protect some and hurt others. For those that carry such grief and must continue to witness denials of justice, my heart is with you. The pedophile was white, you idiot!
And I guess he's just sad because his kind is still oppressed because they're not allowed to diddle children.
So Viva Fry pops in to say, you're a shameless idiot, and I guarantee you that you didn't watch 10 minutes of the trial, you divisive nincompoop. And then Chris Tomlinson... Then Chris Tomlinson pops in to say, of course he didn't. He's never condemned the burning of churches either, because he's an ass.
Get shagged.
Gadsard pops in. Who are the some and who are the others? Please use simple words so that I can follow.
Based.
I like Gad. He's a good man.
The Gadfather. Fractal asks, why is the Canadian banging on about USA in a state issue at that? Arguably a local issue. Because he's a globalist leftist sociopath who will take any any chance whatsoever to sow divisions along racial lines because he's a shitbag.
Fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Anyone else interesting pop up in?
Um,
No one else interesting pops up in the replies. Yes, it's the Globo Homos.
they're interdimensional vampires, I'm telling you.
So, what does Black Lives Matter in Brooklyn, New York? A completely different place, and hundreds of miles away, if I get my pitiful knowledge of American geography right. Well, they're marching down the streets being their typical fuckwits.
BLM does what they're, made to be. Burn,
Oh,
loot, and
look!
murder.
Here's a sociopath bringing their kid to their little riot.
Bloody
You gotta
hell.
be fucking kidding me.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, looks like they... Yep, they brought their kid on a seat on the back of their bike because they're a fucking nutjob.
That's insane.
Just a lot. And as Fractal points out, of course there are Palestine flags. Because they're not Black Lives Matter. They're Antifa terrorists.
Not people, by the way.
Ah, here's the tweet we were looking for. Because we had Dipshit McGee. Where's Dipshit McGee? Yeah, fuck him, it doesn't matter. Oh, black person never get treated like this. Yes. People saying Rittenhouse would be found guilty if he were black ought to read about the Coffee verdict. Which, as it happens, also came down today. Coffee fired on deputies during a raid, made a self-defense case, and won.
You got the Koof, Bezek?
Yeah, I'm not feeling particularly great. Probably not the Coof, though. I think I just had a long day.
Well, I mean, it's a situation we're in.
Yep. Right, so, Andrew Coffey found not guilty on all counts of murder and attempted first-degree murder Friday. Accused of firing at Indian River County Sheriff's deputies during an early morning drug raid at his home in 2017.
I'm going to head off, you guys. Have a good day.
Alright, see you later, man.
I'll see you around.
Later, Anglo.
His girlfriend, Alteria Woods, was caught in the crossfire, shot 10 times and later died. Coffey was charged with the murder of Woods after a grand jury exonerated 2 law enforcement officers for her death. Before the case went to the jury's hand, Coffey took the stand to defend himself, blaming deputies for his girlfriend's death. The defense said Coffey was asleep and thought the flashbang was gunfire, so he fired his gun because he thought he was under attack. I mean, that's a fair fucking assumption with these stupid fucking no-knock raids. I was trying to protect me and Alteria, and I thought I was doing that, but I feel I didn't protect her. I can't sleep with that. They killed her, he said. The prosecutor said deputies did announce they were there. Yes, like they normally do. Police! Bang! Yeah, that's no fucking use.
You can try, but it won't fucking stop them, that's for certain.
Yeah, but the way the police conduct warrant raids in America is a fucking problem. They want to talk about legitimate fucking problems, it's no-knock raids. And even the raids where they're like, "We're the police!" and then the door goes smashing in before you even have a chance to put pants on. And then, of course, the sheriff had the bad take in this one.
Wonderful.
So the sheriff, who is an idiot, said it's disappointing that this jury did not see the tragic death of Alteria Woods occurred as a direct result of the actions of Andrew Coffey IV. Our hearts go out to the Woods family, as they still suffer from the loss of their daughter, but we stand by a statement that she would still be here had Coffey simply complied with law enforcement. Well, clearly these fucking idiot ops didn't give him the chance to comply.
Oh shit.
Honestly, it's so pathetic.
It's all they do, though.
Prime Knight says, oh, the case was dismissed with prejudice, so can he sue them back? I'm not sure if it means he can sue them back. I think my understanding, which is very, very limited, is that it means that the prosecution can't appeal anything. It's fucking done and over. Student of History says, all you hear is the door getting booted up, explosions going off, and you have seconds to wake up and figure out what's going on. Yeah, I'd fall back to violence as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what you want. If Black Lives Matter wants to talk about a systemic problem with policing that gets black people killed, that's the one. But they're not interested in actually solving the problem.
They never were.
So National File has also put together some reading.
So what are they going to bring to the table?
Yes, well, we've got a meme to start with. And so, the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave wasteland was forever changed.
Love it.
Oh, fuck off, I don't want to sign up for your stupid newsletter. So, Corey Bush, a verified idiot. The judge, the jury, the defendant. It's white supremacy in action. The system isn't built to hold white supremacists accountable. It's why black and brown folks are brutalized and put in cages, when white supremacist murderers walk free. I'm hurt, I'm angry, I'm heartbroken.
Okay. It never ends.
Yep, Fractal says no knock raids are bullshit. Any sensible person will probably start swinging / shooting. Yeah. And they try and defend themselves by going, oh, we knocked and announced ourselves. Yeah, knock police battering ram through the fucking door. Doesn't count. Criminals can do that too. If you don't...
Oh my.
Yeah, if you don't give the guy the opportunity to put pants on, come to the door and check your fucking ID and the warrant, maybe you do deserve to get shot in the face. Because God bless America and the Second Amendment.
Yep.
Have we looked at Bill de Blasio's stupid fucking take?
I have not actually, so I'd like to see it.
Okay, Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum are victims. They should be alive today. Ah yes, the wife beater and the pedophile. The only reason they're not is because a violent, dangerous man chose to take a gun across state lines and start shooting people. Not true. Sue him too. To call this a miscarriage of justice is an understatement. The far-right trolls
What's wrong with these fuckers?
Yeah, the far-right trolls who think it makes a difference whether a violent gunman goes American before or after he crossed state lines are missing the point. 2 people are dead and their killer is left unaccountable. That's not justice and they know it. No, shooting pedophiles is pretty good justice.
It is. It is the right thing to do. The only thing to do.
Yes. It's just a shame that ammunition costs so much. But yeah, far-right trolls think it makes a difference. Well, no, you fucking idiot. You're the one who said that he took it a gun across state lines. They're refuting you being wrong, you stupid bastard. And then, of course, we've got the infinite stupidity of AOC. What we are witnessing is a system functioning as designed and protecting those it was designed for. Yes, innocent Americans. My heart still breaks for the communities and families whose grief now compounds and the countless others who will be denied and deprived in similar scenes across the country. Well, AOC, I do think that convicted felons illegally carrying firearms who attack children should get shot.
All of them.
Gail A. Brewer, verified mask-wearing idiot. Joseph Rosenbaum, 36, and Anthony Hubert, 26. Victims killed by Carl Rittenhouse. Again, convicted pedophile and convicted wife beater. The killer walks free thanks to a miscarriage of justice. Hubert leaves behind a stepdaughter and Rosenbaum a daughter. White supremacy, guns, and institutional racism are a toxic combination. What the fuck did institutional racism have to do with it? You've got the pictures, you brain-dead moron. They're white! And I'm pretty sure Rosenbaum's daughter's pretty fucking happy that he's dead.
I mean, no father should be proud over creatures like that.
Yes. Oh, yep, Andrew Cuomo. Today's vote is a stain on the soul of America and sends a dangerous message about who and what values our justice system was designed to protect. We must stand unified in rejecting supremacist vigilantes and with one voice say this is not who we are. Yes, the justice system was designed to protect children from pedophiles.
And when it fucking works, everybody's screaming.
So, leftist race hustlers now. Ida Bay Wells, verified idiot. In this country, you can even kill white people and get away with it if those white people are fighting for black lives. This is the legacy of 1619. That's a special kind of stupid. Keith Boykin, another verified idiot. I knew it. Carl Rittenhouse is proof that white people can still break the law, carry illegal weapons, shoot and kill people and get away with it in America by shedding tears and claiming self-defense. Didn't break the law and didn't carry illegal weapons. That was the point of the fucking trial. Linda Sarsour, we've heard of this idiot before. Today America sent a very explicit message. The conservative white kids can get guns and assassinate us at protests with impunity. The adults know they can hide behind their children and we're in more danger than ever. Hiding the victims' families in my heart today.
Oh, fuck off.
Were you thinking of Rosenbaum's daughter when that convicted pedophile was allowed to roam free?
This is fucking retarded.
Yeah. Yes. And Hassan. Well, there it is, the Rittenhouse precedent. Which, as Fractal points out, would only be valid in Wisconsin.
I know. Makes me want to move there. Can we have all lefty protests in Kenosha from now on?
Yeah, sounds good.
More bangs, more booms, more dead pedos.
Now for the leftist charities. The NAACP, the verdict in the Carl Rittenhouse case, is a travesty and fails to deliver justice on behalf of those who lost their lives as they peacefully assembled to protest against police brutality and violence. Peaceful. Setting shit on fire, attacking people in the street, carrying illegal firearms.
The public citizen one there, that's what I've seen a lot.
Don't forget the throwing gas bombs.
Really? Oh my.
Yep.
By the prosecutor.
Yep. Trayvon Martin was an unarmed 17-year-old kid. He was killed carrying a bag of Skittles. The right wing called him a threat. Carl Rittenhouse was 17 years old and armed. He shot and killed 2 people with an AR-15. The right wing calls him a hero. Yes, he is. Also, when the police rocked up, he had his hands in the air. Try that, you fucking dumb cunts.
You know that saying you've got, hands up, don't shoot? Maybe try it.
Yes.
Maybe.
Try that, because Carl did and it worked out well for it.
Yeah, but it only works because they're white supremacists.
Yep. So ACLU said, despite Carl Rittenhouse's conscious decision to travel across state lines and injure one person and take the lives of 2 people, protesting the shooting of Jacob Blake by police, he was not held responsible for his actions. Unfortunately, this is not surprising. Tell me again how the guy yelling the N-word with a hard R was protesting the shooting of Jacob Blake. No, he was a madman who was there to commit suicide by cop, but Kyle showed up first.
Did him a favor, honestly.
Yeah, Kyle killed him far faster.
Saved the state the cost of the munitions.
Then, of course, MSNBC, you know, the news organization banned from the courthouse for intimidating the jury.
Oh.
The jury's decision in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial was a dangerous endorsement of a violent vision. Anthony
Okay.
Tilghman, another idiot. If Kyle Rittenhouse was black, he would have been shown sight. No, we've proven that. We've already looked at the 2 cases where that's not true.
Do you think it's possible that the MSNBC's interference with the jury is actually what caused the final Karen to swing for acquittal?
It would be interesting to know what changed the minds of the holdouts.
Well, it could well be that fucked off over being being intimidated.
Yeah, maybe.
What is that noise?
It's a baby crying at the Macca's that all's still stuck in.
I'm not in a Macca's.
Well, where the fuck are you that a baby's crying?
Just in the street.
Oh, you poor bastard.
Children cry.
There's a solution to that. It's called chloroform.
Control over all children.
They're probably yours anyway.
I haven't been in the area long enough.
Chris Hayes.
Older than that.
Yep. So now we got Chris Hayes, verified idiot. Honestly hope that kid takes the opportunity to turn his life around and tries to make the world a better place rather than pursuing the George Zimmerman life's trajectory. Well, that's the dumbest. That doesn't even make consistent sense. And he did make the world a better place. He killed a wife, a beater, and a pedophile.
Yeah. He's already done more than most of us can dream of.
Yep. David Axelrod, verified dumbass. No penalty for vigilantism, none. A dangerous, dangerous precedent. If only that was fucking true. Keith Olbermann. Another who is going to be someone else that should be someone else that gets sued. Fuck this murderer, the idiot says. Well, I hope he enjoys his lawsuit. Joy Ann, pro-democracy read. Masks emoji. Verified check mark. Sorry, what was that all?
Anything?
Okay. So this dumb bitch says, we knew, but it's sometimes helpful to remind ourselves how America was designed to work. It continues to work as designed. We've learned to do it again was considered legal for some people to do in America. It's helpful to know where you stand in your country. Be safe out there. So is she the spouse is she a spouse abuser, a robber, or a pedophile? Which one of those categories does she fall into?
Maybe all. Maybe all.
All of them. We'll see all.
Yeah, why not? She seems awfully personally attacked.
You're all.
Well, she's a woman, so she's the most likely person to be a child abuser. So there's that.
Hey.
Just boosting the volume on you guys, because apparently you're a smidge quiet today.
Who?
Well, you two.
Oh.
They're usually accused of being quiet.
Yeah.
That's a new one for me as well.
It's a volume thing more than whether you're talking or not thing. Anyway, Mehdi Hassan. We've heard of this idiot before. It's difficult to express in words or even via stats how messed up the US justice system is and how riddled with double standards is. Does anyone, even the most conservative person, really believe a black man or a Muslim like me would have been acquitted too? Well, we've got proof that a black man would have been acquitted, and a Muslim man like you probably would have driven a truck into them.
My sound is on max actually. At least from my side.
Yes, but don't fuck with it from your end, because chances are we'd accidentally blow everyone's ears out.
Yeah, well, it's already on max, so technically you should have had your ears blown out.
Yeah. Let's see. So, Aaron Rupert, verified moron. Kyle Rittenhouse being found not guilty does not mean he's innocent. No, he was innocent before the trial. Innocent until proven guilty. He was innocent to start with, and the trials failed to change that.
Yes, it's amazing how they just completely failed to understand how their judicial system works.
It's amazing how they fail to understand how. It's amazing that these idiots manage to breathe and walk at the same time.
Kind of surprising, really, when you say it. Put it like that.
Yeah,
Perhaps it's very difficult to get these sort of difficult concepts over through lesbian dance theory. maybe the teaching methods are not perfectly aligned with what's being asked of them.
I mean, are they even learning anything?
Well, maybe there is a problem with the American schooling system, because apparently they don't teach how the fucking legal system works. But then again, all these idiots probably only got through school by sucking the principal's dick.
Yeah, but then AOC has also got a degree in economics, so...
Yeah, but it's a degree in economics. Since when has economics been a useful fucking field of study?
Well, no, but you think she might have some fiscal sense.
Yeah, no, she's got a degree in economics. That means the exact opposite of fiscal sense. At least by every economist I've seen before. Well, she'd have to get out of her ivory tower, where she's getting up to God knows what with Ilhan Omar's brother husband.
How dare you assume that they should go down and be with the people, the common people?
Yes, how dare they speak to the people they allegedly represent?
Disgusting. I am shook.
Shook if I tell you!
So, verified dumbass, Amy Allison. Today's sham verdict was a great travesty of justice. The Rittenhouse verdict proves that this country has two separate and unequal systems of justice. We must build power on every level of government to protect our communities and force this corrupt system to end. So, which community is she in? The partner beating, the pedophile, or the burglar?
Again, all of them. If they don't specify, they're all of them.
That's it, because her community must be one of them if she was worried about protecting them.
Indeed.
And she's presumably white.
Nah, she's possibly slightly dark-skinned.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
So she's culturally appropriating our pedophiles.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, hey, you can. Pedophiles don't discriminate. They'll rape any child.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure that some of them are very picky about the children that they rape. Rosenbaum could have been a little beauty connoisseur for all you know.
Well,
He may have,
at least
may have
he'll
only got
never
to be
be a
very
booty
most of-
connoisseur again because he's currently 6 feet under.
I want to see what the
I
ring
still
would
think-
be if Rosenbaum's victims were black, though.
Yeah, but that's what I said earlier. I think that'd be hilarious.
It would be, but watch it get memory hold so
It'd be
fucking
terrible,
fast.
terrible for the children. Terrible for the children. But would be extremely funny if you could prove that perhaps he wasn't all that concerned about Black lives, or super concerned about them, depending on your point of view.
Black lives only matter as long as they can burn, loot, and murder.
Yes. So let's see. verified checkmark Phineas, who is apparently Billie Eilish's brother because somehow he's relevant. The verdict is shown that it remains legal to murder while white.
Billy, what now?
Eilish.
Billie Eilish is a woman.
Who the hell is that?
She's a fucking singer.
It's
Usually
the
got green hair.
it's the one who last year all the weird people were celebrating and turned 18.
Oh.
Yeah, but she also pissed them off by going blonde.
Yeah.
Dropping her stupid acid green hair or whatever. And she's also made herself look attractive and has ruined it for all the girls.
Oh,
She's mostly loved by loved by fat teenage girls.
Yeah, well, apparently the issue is she wore baggy clothing to hide her figure while she was a kid, and then when she turned 18, she started showing off her figure, and it turns out she has nice tits.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Based.
Suddenly I was interested again.
But she's also got rid of her ridiculous, awful hair and everything, and it's like, oh yeah, now she's quite attractive. And now everyone's saying that she'd be, sort of, a traitor to these, sort of fat lesbian girls.
Yes, because the fat lesbians can only identify with other fat lesbians.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So,
and trans women.
Suck the feminine penis, bigots.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. So
Here's a shocker. There is no feminine penis. There never were.
what about the Thai lady boys?
In the words of Ted, there are no chicks with dicks, only dudes with boobs.
Yeah.
There are no chicks with dicks, only guys with boobs.
Yes.
Dudes with boobs.
Right. So, getting back to the salt mine. Eric Kleinenberg, verified dumbfuck. Judge Schroeder started the trial by ruling that the prosecution could not refer to the men Carl Rittenhouse, Sean killed as victims. It's not surprising that the jury goes message. Yes, because the whole point of the trial was to figure out if they were victims, dumbass.
But they weren't.
Yeah. But we already decided that they were.
Yep. And then
my friends and I on Twitter already decided the outcome of the case.
Yeah. So, and George Takei decided to crawl out of some guy's asshole. Justice denied is a body blow to our national psyche. On trial was not only a killer, but a system that continues to kill. Today, that system defeated true justice once again, but mark these words, we'll never stop fighting for what is right and just. So there you go. We need to have a look. We need to look into all the kids that George Takei has been near for the last 60 years. Could these pedophiles... Imagine being a pedophile and then being so stupid that you go out in public and identify yourself like this. Ah, dear. So let's see what The Guardian had to say.
They're not pedophiles, they're minor attracted people.
Pedophiles.
Look, if it looks like a pedophile, quacks like a pedophile, it's probably a pedophile.
And if it dies like a pedophile, it's also probably a pedophile.
Yep. So, Guardian Australia. Carl Rittenhouse verdict declares open hunting season on progressive protesters. Oh, God, we wish.
Oh, man. We can dream. We can fucking dream.
Guardian, your terms are acceptable.
Acceptable, yeah.
This is a completely irresponsible article.
Well, it is. But that's not surprising coming from the dumbasses at The Guardian.
Oh, boy. Asshole, what?
Some meme. Does your asshole get jealous of the shit that comes out of your mouth?
I mean, I wish he would declare open season on fucking Pop-Tarts like that. Hey, you know, this is another news media for Rittenhouse to add to his collection. This kid isn't going to have to work a single fucking day in his life ever again.
No, I don't think he really will.
You need to find him so you can give him business opportunities.
I don't think he's going to need any, to be honest. I think he's going to be fine.
I was trying to hint you go there and try to see how much piss money you can get, you know, you being a capitalist and all, you know.
Well,
You do it myself.
maybe Oil needs to approach him and start an arms manufacturing company.
A bullet factory. A bullet factory.
Don't say things that give me an erection in public.
Not while you're around but crying babies.
No, probably not.
Just trying to see if there's anything interesting in the comments, but not really, not terribly worth calling out, but holy fuck, they got ratioed for that.
Pew pew, pew pew. If only, Guardian. If only.
Oh, your terms are acceptable, Guardian.
They really are.
I'm getting some wonderful mental images from this.
What else did we have? So many articles, so little time. Base type says Guardian base for once. Accidentally, but yes.
Oh, Lord.
And let's see, I'll put this meme up while I look for something else. Ah, yes, here we go. Twitter. Facebook declared Kyle Rittenhouse a mass murderer. Preserve your records, Zuckerberg. Yes.
Can I sue? Savage talk, please try.
He fucking well should see. Student of History says, if one guy gets away with shooting a diddler, then anyone can. These parameters are acceptable.
Acceptable, I'd almost say, preferred.
Honestly, I don't think pedos have a right for anything except for a bullet to the head or fire on their bodies. Or
Well, that's it. The only choice child molesters should have is how they get executed, and even then, that's debatable.
Yeah.
Death by snooze, dude.
No.
Well, in different ways. There are different ways.
I'm sure we can count.
I think child rapists should be raped to death by children.
I mean, just throw them in a room full of ducks.
Yeah, here we go. Stone Toss has come out with a good take. Rittenhouse acquitted. Libtard status owned. I love the memes.
Oh, Christ, that was a good one. Family Guy meets Recess. Time to cuck the suck.
Yeah.
He's already cucked.
Here's a meme that's basically what we've been saying. Leftoids watching a pedophile get shot for attacking a kid. That could have been me!
Yep.
Oh, I like these ones. Fast draws matter. Fuck around,
stick
take
around.
around. Based.
Love it.
Fuck around, take around.
That's a good one.
Yes, that reminds me. Happy birthday, Based Ape. Also, happy
birthday,
International Men's Day and happy Cole's a Good Boy Day.
Man, a lot of good days today.
Well, I don't know. Was it today? I
No,
can't.
it was yesterday, actually.
I don't fucking know.
Kyle
It was
was,
like 2
Kyle
days
was-
ago here.
Kyle was found innocent on the International Men's Day.
Yes. Base's birthday. Cutie doke. Let's see if these are what we've got.
What was the name of the guy who got shot in the arm again? I keep forgetting his name.
Gross Krauts.
Grosskrauts?
Yeah, Gage
His-
Gross Krauts.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the tweet from GoFundMe being a bunch of dumb fucks.
Of course they do.
They've turned off replies. Because they got absolutely fucking owned.
Of course.
So GoFundMe's terms of service prohibit raising money for the legal defense of an alleged violent crime. Do they now? So let's have a look at the quote tweets. Because they got John Florida man Child Cardillo, who's a verified homosexual. Based.
Homosexual.
Follow. Says, our system demands the presumption of innocence. You picked side, liars. Richard Grenell, who is stronger after cancer. His dog runs his life and he's an imperfect follower of Christ. So second would be a fan, says you're not the judge and jury. Your policy directly contradicts the American principle of innocent until proven guilty. Do you want to repost that image just sent me in Now That's Fucked Up, Trim? Because we've got the picture of Gross Krauts getting disarmed.
Yeah. Also, I just like this face. This face is safe to show anyway, so, you know, that's the face of the so-called innocent survivor.
The face of, I have fucked up and now I have to face the consequences of my decisions.
Yes.
What an absolutely fucking ugly loser, though.
And the ironic part is that he screamed, "Medic! Medic!" after trying to attack a guy who went around saying, "Anybody need medical?"
Yeah.
Oh, the irony is beautiful. The only reason we're posting it in That's Fucked Up is because it's a little bit bloody. It's not even that bad either. It's just a hole.
Yeah. Sebastian Gorka comes in saying, never use GoFundMe again.
Excellent.
Yep. Andy No pops in. If this is true, why did you donate $500 to Right Kitchen last year? The Sierra Group was arrested by federal agents after being observed filling up multiple fuel cans with gasoline and driving into Kenosha. Whoops.
After he got shot, he became Schrodinger's arm, simultaneously armed and disarmed.
Based.
Well done, student.
Jackson Hole Antifa at Antifa Hole says, so GoFundMe is not interested in that whole pesky innocent until proven guilty thing. Nice to know.
Yep. Go fund the left, yeah.
Yep. Rising Serpent says it was self-defense, just like this gentleman, who too had every right to defend his life, and you seem to have no problem with this GoFundMe being on your platform. Yep.
Lofton Jr. I have no idea who he is.
Yep. So this is some Carson Norton slashed across his face last week, fought back in an effort to save his own life, and in that process the attacker lost his. So self-defense, but that's allowed up there. Cole needs to sue GoFundMe.
He does. Yeah, guilty until proven guilty.
Yes. Quaffle has an apt response. Fuck you, middle finger.
Yeah.
Oh. There we go. Trump MAGA.
Good boy.
All lefties are scumbags. Biden is attorney. Based.
I like this guy.
Ezra Levant pops up. It's Rebel News. Out of curiosity, I searched your site for legal defenses for alleged violent crimes. Found a bunch of examples.
In less than 60 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Fuck you, commies.
Ginge Nutrich. He has a needle swastika over that. Is that Fauci's ugly fucking face? Yes.
Yeah. Second isn't here to do his thing, thank God.
Yep. Only Trump cares about America. Hashtag gay, hashtag MAGA, hashtag patriot. The Gop and the Demon Raps of the swamp. Student of History says Cole's gonna be Santa this year, making a list and checking it twice.
There isn't any nice on that list, though. But it's gotta be nice when he's done with them.
Rakita Media.
You guys know the meme of the Grim Reaper going door to door?
It's
The
gonna
Grim
be.
Reaper should be replaced with Kyle's face, and each door should just be another line network.
Yep, another person that he sues the crap out of.
Yep.
But GoFundMe's been absolutely fucking owned.
Which is always nice. Always.
Yeah, I mean, their attempts to backpedal are not going to be successful.
If they're even going to try that, then they got nothing.
I mean, the backpedal itself is an admission of guilt.
Here we go. Here's another tweet from Libs of TikTok. Ilhan Omar, a domestic terrorist executed 2 people, and according to Tucker and his supporters, this is maintaining order. Yes. Here we go. We've got Covington Kid. I got $250 million from the media for defamation lawsuit. Kyle, hold my beer.
Oh, I love it when kids get what they deserve in a good way.
MSNBC, Kyle Rittenhouse trial was designed to protect white conservatives who kill.
Oof. Money.
If these people believed a word they were saying, they'd be hiding in the fucking hills.
I like how how his top response is the Yuri Bezmenov. Just a guy who just says Yuri Bezmenov.
Yes. God, people are so dumb.
This is gonna be great.
What's that? Like the Pussycat Dolls or something? If you want to be my lover, you got to be my brother. With Ilhan Omar popping in at the end.
I believe that's the Spice Girls song.
Oh yeah, that.
Spice
It's kind of
Girls.
funny.
Yeah, it's not like it's real music.
They're kind of funny actually because they want to be like, oh, we're the best friends ever, ha ha ha, and now they hate each other with a passion.
Let's see. What else do we have?
Ilhan Omar. Okay.
Just sending you something, Trim. We'll keep this one between us. Discordia is memeing it up.
Good.
In 2020, American patriot Kyle Rittenhouse was asked what it felt like to take human life. I wouldn't know. I've only ever killed communists. Based.
And I'm pretty sure that all communists at this point are pedos.
Yeah, well, maybe. The Venn diagrams definitely overlap significantly.
No. Not all communists are pedos. All pedos are communists.
It sounds about right.
Okay, sounds good. Though would the
But,
first one be wrong?
but
though?
also most communists are pedos.
Let's see what else we got. Ooh, yes. Yoink. Let's see what Bounding into Comics has, because they've got Hollywood celebrities with their takes on the trial, which I've blatantly just stolen from Discordia server.
Boy, this is gonna be something.
So Patton Oswalt pops in to be an idiot. Want to be a surprise? I don't know. Remember?
Patton Oswalt, he's a comedian who's in all sorts of things, really. He's in Agents of Shield. He's in
Oh,
not really famous for anything as such.
It's that fat guy who's been in all sorts of things.
Yeah. He's not. You know, he's not really specifically famous for any particular role. I don't think.
No, but
he's just been a sort of shit comedian and left-tard twat.
So basically, the
Yeah.
Hollywood so-called the celebrities of Neverworse and had-beens are now making noise.
You'd recognize his voice. His voice has been in lots
Oh,
of things.
yeah, his voice has been in a lot of stuff. But you'd recognize his face if I just drag up
Oh,
some
yeah,
pictures
yeah.
of the loser. He is that chubby, dopey dude who's been in a whole bunch of shit to be the dopey idiot sidekick.
Yeah.
Which is offensive. He wouldn't be a good sidekick. He's definitely a dopey idiot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he's ever been in anything good. No, no, I tell a lie.
Probably has been.
Yep. Well, he was
He
the
was in
rat.
Justified, for instance.
He was the rat in Ratatouille.
Based.
Which one of them?
The rat. The rat.
The little
Chef
French
rat.
guy? The little angry
No,
French
no,
guy who tried to steal shit?
No, the fucking
little
rat.
rat.
The actual rat.
Again,
The one that's-
there's a midget French guy there who's acting like a rat.
No, I
The
mean
one
the
that's
actual
better
one with the tail.
Oh, the
The one that's
one mind controlling a dude by using his hair?
Yes.
The one that's better at cooking than you are.
fair. That's fair. Hey, my cooking cannot send people into a trance and see the joys of their lives. I'm not that
Yeah.
good.
Actually, Trim's cooking ability is actually controlled by a parakeet.
I told you not to call me out on that in public, you son of a bitch.
Otherwise, no one's wearing a hat.
I told
The
him
parakeet's name is
Hamburg.
uh,
He's German.
Stig. And, Stig? No.
Dig.
I don't know.
Dig high. Dig high. It's a German parakeet.
It's a German parakeet. And it specializes in vegetarian lasagna.
Oh, dude, you disgusting fuck. Gotta be meat in my lasagna, dude.
Anyway, moving on.
So Patton Oswalt said, want to be a Supreme Court justice, want to murder 2 people and not go to jail? Better 1, cut some onions, 2, be white. Music cue, cherry pie?
I don't get it. You guys said he was a comedian?
We said he was a bad one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But to clarify, he says he's a comedian.
Oh, all right. Makes a lot more sense.
I contest this issue.
Alyssa Milano crawled out of a hole where she took 5 minutes off from calling the police on her neighbour's kids to say fucking not guilty. Yes, whore.
Joy
to the world.
She's not clear there whether she's happy about it or not.
She's not.
Oh, right.
But she's not.
When was the last time Alyssa Milano was happy about anything?
I don't think she's ever been happy.
I can't understand it. You would think, technically speaking, all these BLM twats would be and all these Hollywood types would be perfectly happy that someone killed 3 white, presumably cis males.
Remember, Oil, pedo. They feel personally attacked.
That's still
when you're pedo, and also through my power of white privilege, I made one of them into a woman. Remember?
Oh, wait a second. Is pedo technically queer culture?
Yes.
They're trying to make it
with the MAP.
Well, actually, it is queer culture. It's not gay culture, but it is queer culture.
Why do they even have to have their own fucking culture?
I have no idea.
They need acceptance. You need to accept them. You must respect them.
Yes. Alright, so Hellboy actor Daniel Day Kim says in other news you could see coming from a mile away. Yeah, probably. Ethan Embry says, well, get ready for Senator Rittenhouse. Based.
I mean, they say you can see it coming from a mile away. A lot of us were pretty unsure, actually. To be fair, so.
Well, that's it. Most of us were like, oh shit, he's going to get railroaded like the other good boy who did nothing wrong. Shit, was his name again?
Showman?
Yes. Chauvin was also a good boy who did nothing wrong.
Also, I'm
not sure that Chauvin did nothing wrong.
He did something.
I mean,
if a drug fuck loser dies, is it really a problem?
No, I'm just saying. Anyone with any common sense would have lifted their knee.
Well, they keep telling us to bend. They keep saying that we should bend the knee. He did.
He did.
He bent the knee.
Also held a violent criminal down. Anyway, let's see. Ethan Embry, I really like I like his take there. You know, get ready for Senator Rittenhouse, and after all the lawsuits, he will be able to fund his own campaign.
Yes. Well, apparently, Ethan Embry actually followed the trial, which explains why he's not just reeing. Mia Farrow crawled out of her grave, so anyone can come into a protest, just march down the middle of the street with a massive gun and kill people. It'd be fucking nice. It'd be fucking nice.
I mean, a lot of this sounds a lot like projection. This is just what they would love to be able to do.
But yeah, they love to do that to any right-wing protest.
Yeah.
And by right-wing, I mean anything to the right of Mao.
Yeah. Which I'm technically not.
Well, Mao is pretty much so far to the left that he's already far right, I guess.
Yeah.
It's all just a fucking horseshoe anyway.
Yeah. So Roxanne Gay, whoever the fuck she is, has crawled out of her very large hole.
Ha!
Says, I knew Rittenhouse would be acquitted. Nice to know. That's nice. We fucking didn't, and we're on his side. But it's going to witness the inevitable, to know there will be no consequences for the judge. The judge is also a good boy. And to know Rittenhouse and others like him will be more emboldened to be openly white supremacist vigilantes. It's hollowing. She's just hollowing, yes, like it hollows you out inside.
I was about to say, oh, does she play Dark Souls?
Yeah,
I know.
So, Stephen King's also thrown his small-sized hat into the ring of people to get sued. In the Kenosha footage, Kyle Rittenhouse looks eerily like Eric Harris, one of the Columbine shooters.
He's a teenage boy.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's an awful take on the Columbine shooters, Mr. King.
God.
So there you go. Stephen King saying that the Columbine shooters did nothing wrong. That's a really awful take. I'm pretty sure the Columbine shooters were not good boys. The Columbine shooters were bad boys.
Those Columbine kids really looked like they were doing it in self-defense. Yeah.
Stephen King fucks up so badly, he's on the side of the Columbine shooters.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's shit.
I am also on the side of the Columbine shooters. So.
Yeah, but you just hate hate kids.
I do not hate kids.
Is there any evidence of this?
Kids.
Well, it's better than being a pedophile, isn't
it? Yeah, I'd like to think so.
So, student of history says, my complaint about the judge is more that he didn't want to make a decision on things. Yes, the judge should have thrown all sorts of shit out, executed the fucking prosecutor, hung the fat prosecutor like an elephant from a crane.
What's the situation with Gage now? Can Gage be prosecuted now?
He fucking well should have been from the start. Felon in possession of a gun.
But what? But that's what I'm saying. But why is there now no? What? I don't understand how this works. Surely, Kyle can now make a complaint specifically against Gage, going, "Well, hang on, you I said he attacked me. You said no. Now you should prosecute him for it." Surely he's able to go after him, even if he has to do it civilly.
Well, he definitely should do it civilly. He should also
He
sue.
should definitely go on the assault. He shouldn't be waiting for any of these guys to try and come to him. He should be
Absolutely.
throwing out lawsuits like they're fucking going out of fucking.
Yep. We should wake up Monday. Well, I should wake up Tuesday and find out that he's sued everybody. The family of Rosenbaum, the family of the other guy, Gross Krauts, the prosecutors, the governor, the local police department. Sue everybody.
The Biden administration.
Yep. Not just the administration, but Biden and Kamala
Even
personally.
Yeah. Did Kamala actually say anything about him?
Oh, she probably said something stupid, but even if she didn't, he should sue her anyway. She should just sue them all and let God sort them out.
Well, she doesn't seem to have done much of anything, which just is possible that she hasn't said anything about him. That was all.
Yeah. Well, she's not known for doing anything other than putting black men in prison. Maybe that's why she's keeping her mouth shut. She doesn't want people to point that out again.
Well, I mean, if I was Kamala at this point, I just wouldn't say anything. It's probably best just to draw any attention to herself.
I mean, if she doesn't say anything, she does her creepy laugh, though. So I don't know if I want to hear her speaking or laughing. Both are fucking horrible.
As I said, she should just be trying not to draw any attention to herself.
Yep, she should just slowly and quietly disappear from public life, retire, and just hope
if she retires now, America's most successful capitalist will, of course, take over.
Yes. So let's look at Stephen King's next stupid tweet. So the white guy goes free. Is that the message? Says the white guy.
This is just so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, we should just jump to we should just get to where they want it to be, which is that basically any white person accused of a crime is automatically guilty. Let's cut to the chase.
Who the hell is Jeffrey Wright?
Batman actor, apparently.
Oh.
Like the Batman, or just someone who showed up in a Batman movie? OJ on the Rittenhouse verdict. Applause. I don't get it.
Me either.
Unfunny. Yeah. Like, is he saying that OJ was also guilty?
Or white?
Yeah.
Guilty because he is white, maybe?
I mean, even if OJ was guilty, the prosecution fucked up so phenomenally. So, as bounding into...
He definitely was guilty.
Yeah. But again, prosecution fucked up. Therefore, rule of law wins. So, unfunny comedian Michael Ian Black has...
He proves it.
Yep. Says, in fairness, Kyle Rittenhouse only killed 2 people. It's not like he was smoking weed.
10 out of 10. Great comedy.
Yep. Rosanna Arquette also throws her hat into the ring for getting sued. Murderer Kyle Rittenhouse acquitted is a crime in itself. Funny how we've just had this whole trial to prove that that's he was not a murderer. And that she
unable to see past her own fucking ideology.
Yep, and then she says, "I'm now expecting the vulture media to swarm around the killer and his mama." Oh, so now you're saying bad things about the media.
Not when they're sucking your dick. Oh, God.
Josh Gad, whoever the fuck he is, came out to say absolutely no words. You're right, it should be incoherent cheering.
Yes, we did that yesterday, and then we're drunken cheering.
So he then goes on to actually say something, but which is good because now we know he's an idiot. We just suspected it beforehand. It has now been put it out there that vigilantes can just go and kill people protesting issues like racial equality whenever they want and get away with it. Think about that for a second. If that was remotely true, he'd be first on the chopping block.
Josh Gad, go fuck yourself.
You know who he is, right?
I have no idea.
He was in that Pixels movie. He's the fatter one. Or the
Hey,
fat...
do you think I watched the Pixel movie?
Yeah, it was a...
Okay,
Oh.
so apparently he was a voice actor for Frozen.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's the
Oh.
It's not the so the idiot played the idiot. Good to know.
Hey, at least he plays someone much more intelligent than himself.
Yeah. So okay, so we've actually got some people popping out to say good shit. Randy Quaid said Kyle Rittenhouse was defending himself. He's a good kid.
Well done.
Well, Randy Quaid, good on you. Adam Baldwin pops in to say justice.
I am Adam Baldwin.
So we will save these two from the purge of Hollywood.
Yes, there's still hope in Hollywood. Dankula wasn't lying.
Yep. So Adam Baldwin also says MSM talking heads are trying to retry the case. Fail. He calls out Katie Stoll's take on the jury verdict. So Katie Stoll said it's not that I didn't expect this verdict, but it's still extremely depressing. Adam Baldwin says depressing because the justice system prevailed. So Nick Circe, dunno, never heard of him, replied to President Biden's shit take. What are you angry about? That Americans have a right to defend themselves from being murdered by your voters? Yes, that's exactly what he's angry about.
Yeah, because now there's less idiots who want to vote for him or take chances faking votes.
I liked yesterday's Babylon B one. There was 85,000 Trump votes found in Joe Biden's anus during colonoscopy. Like, nice, Babylon. Nice.
Ah, those guys are good.
Real nice.
Hey, they are soothsayers, so maybe true after all.
Okay, so Dylan O'Brien isn't. No, it's not Dylan O'Brien. It's some idiot who likes him. Said, I thought they would throw his ass behind bars for the rest of his life. This is so wrong. He killed innocent people. However, Black Hawk Down actor Matthew Marsden had a go at him and said, anyone want to educate this guy? You mean the convicted child rapist that threatened to kill him and used the N-word over and over? Or the guy that pulled the gun on him? Or the dude that was hitting him in the head with the skateboard? Look into their criminal records. Based.
You can always make sure to trust the fucking military movie guys. They're base people, most of them, not cockle bitches.
Yep. Jacob Ward's heading out. Shame you gotta go, but good to have you, man.
Have a great day, Jacob.
Yeah, good to have you. Hope to see you again sometime.
I don't care.
Well, that isn't surprising.
Alright, so Matthew Marsden also goes on to say, you don't get to get the result you want because it goes against your narrative. Anyone who watched this trial objectively will tell you that this is the correct outcome. Stop politicizing it. The MSM totally jumped the shark on this and will never be trusted again. I wish he was right. Sadly, idiots are still going to continue trusting the mainstream media for years and years to come. So, let's see what else these idiots had to say on the trial ahead before the jury verdict. So, George Takei, again, if you want to see how justice often leans hard toward privilege, watch the judge in the Rittenhouse case, a deplorable example indeed. Ah, yes, the 17-year-old that has a job, well, had a job before this mess, very much privileged. Takei also has another bad take. So did this judge in the Rittenhouse case just get up one day and say, I'm going to make a total ass of myself for the entire nation? Because that's how he's going to be remembered, as how not to act when you're a judge.
I'm actually pretty sure he's going to be remembered as quite the opposite. And George Takei is fabulously known for his shit takes.
Yeah,
Also, I'm 90% sure that he's a fucking pedo. He just gives me the pedo vibes, you know?
Well, he certainly seems awfully offended about a pedo getting shot.
Yes. That could be me. Oh my.
Yeah. Base Stape has a good point. Stop calling it mainstream media. It's legacy media, old media, or dead media. Or fat state propaganda. Yeah, that works. Let's see. Rosie O'Donnell has crawled out of wherever out of her hole. So, responding to an idiot who says, "I want."
Good evening to you. All right, very good. Have a good evening. Cheers.
So, this idiot says, I want to live in a country where Colin Kaepernick is seen as a hero and Kyle Rittenhouse is seen as a terrorist. Rosie O'Donnell says Colin is a hero, Rittenhouse is a terrorist. Hashtag truth. Kaepernick is a race-baiting idiot whose only claim to fame is playing with balls. And Rittenhouse is a hero who has done more to protect Americans than that fucking idiot Kaepernick ever has.
Yeah. So, Rosie, doesn't matter how much you slap on a fucking hashtag, it's still not true.
And Kyle's better at football.
Yes.
Based. Yeah.
Scores more often.
Yeah. He has a better hit chance.
Scoring with the wife beater's girlfriend.
Maybe she just wants a guy that won't beat her.
Yeah.
Protect her from
pedophiles.
To protect her from other yeah.
And wife beaters.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And he's also going to have millions of dollars. I'm sure that's nothing to do with the equation, but I mean, she's smart. She's getting down on the ground floor. That's a very forward-thinking thoughty.
Yep, she's getting in there before all the other women have the chance to throw their pussies at him.
That's some real high quality thoughty. You know, he just killed my boyfriend, but now he's gonna be rich, and he's a media celebrity. This is really gonna tick up my Instagram.
Yeah.
I could do a Hello Magazine thing saying about how I forgive him.
Yep, she could do the media tour too, going, oh, it was all this, oh, I felt so bad, but then I watched the trial and I saw the truth come out, and I forgive him because he did the right thing.
I saw the innocence in his eyes.
When I saw him crying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she could fucking milk the shit out of that.
Oh, she could be rich just in the interviews. Student of history says you call it thottery, I call it nature's way. I don't see why it isn't both. Thought's gone a thought.
Well,
it just happens to be an instinct.
I think I'm trying to say that it's incredibly cynical. Whereas he's sort of suggesting it might be real.
Well, I mean, it could be. It honestly could be a little bit of both.
I think it almost always is.
Well, I mean, she's never seen a real man before. So, Jeffrey Wright, who we've previously heard stupidity from, says at the very least, it should be pretty clear now why it's against the law in Wisconsin for a 17-year-old to be running around in public with an AR-15, right?
But it's not illegal.
It's not against the law for a 17-year-old to run around in public with an AR-15. Also, also, shall not be infringed, motherfucker. Student of History says, kills the last head guy, and head guy's female immediately hops on. Yeah, mating season can work like that. Jeffrey Wright, again, wants to be the dumbest person possible. Rittenhouse was there to provide medical support, except to the people he killed or maimed. He left them to die. Make it make sense. Gee, I wonder if it has anything to do with him being charged. Gee, did he leave Rosenbaum there to die because the second guy started attacking him, and then he left the second guy there to die because the third guy started attacking him, and then he left the third guy there because he clearly wasn't going to die, but he wasn't stupid enough to hang around?
I mean, he was supposed to surrender himself to the mob and the horde. You know?
Yeah, because that makes any form of fucking sense.
Yeah, if you're a brainless fucking communist.
Jadric Bader says, as a parent, I'll tell you when they cry hysterically, it's not because they feel guilty, it's because they got caught. Says the child abuser piece of shit, who's probably also a pedophile.
Didn't really have kids then.
Oh god. This guy with the Latin name, Casavelanus Honestus, who's now going to be referred to as Honestus. There's no age limit stated in the Second Amendment. Fucking oath. I think that's one of the few places where we can say there should be something to the well-regulated part. Maybe we don't want 4-year-olds armed with pistols running around. So we up Rosanna Arquette again. We all know that if Kyle Rittenhouse were a black young man and had shot and killed the protesters with an AR-15, he won't have this insane privilege, and the mother would be in jail. No, because that's not how law works.
Disgusting.
Student of History says the US was made by 16/17-year-olds with guns. Based. So Rosanna Arquette also says Kyle Rittenhouse went to the protest in Wisconsin with the intent to kill as his mother cheered him on. Nope. Can you please stop being wrong?
Person just is afraid to actually make sense.
Yep. And she then comes out with terroristic threats, no justice, no peace. She then says murder...
We have justice, so make fucking peace.
Yes. Or we'll send Kyle after you. She then says murder victims are on trial, not the murderer in America. No, it's a self-defense case. You have to prove whether or not that they were attacking victims or not in order to determine whether or not he killed them as a murderer. Fucking dumb fucks. Oh, okay, Patton Oswalt is here to compare him to Charles Manson. So the New York Times said Kyle Rittenhouse has idolized law enforcement since he was young, arrived in Kenosha on August 25th, 2020, with at least one mission, to play the role of police officer and medic. The night would end with him fatally shooting 2 men and wounding another. So Patton Oswalt said, Charles Manson, who loved June buggies and idolized the Beatles, arrived in Los Angeles with dreams of recording success. A thwarted record deal and an address mix-up led to him expressing his grievances in a way that many have issues with.
Are they legitimately legitimately trying to compare him to Charles Manson.
Yes, yes, he is. Because he's that fucking stupid.
Jesus.
I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, how? What? That's, I mean,
Makes no sense to me.
I mean, like, there's just nothing to be said about that. It's like one of them started a cult. One of them trying to defend some property. Not quite the same fucking thing.
I mean, if you look through it through extremely grimy glasses, and you squint real bad with a really dark room.
Patton
I
Oswalt's
guess
still
you
an
could-
idiot.
Yeah, there's no redeeming that.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about his point of
Yeah.
view,
So,
how he can even get there.
Dave Bautista, who is somehow still a verified checkmark, despite the fact that his name is now Vaxxed AF exclamation mark. Hashtag Team Pfizer. Poor kid chasing dreams. Poor dreams chasing kids, you mean, you fucking loser? Says, seriously, fuck that kid, fuck his breakdown, fuck that judge. He's a murderer who set out to murder people. He got out on bail and celebrated his murders with fucking racists. I have zero sympathy for him and neither should anyone else. What's your take on the school shooter who got out for less money? Oh, is he the right skin colour, is he, Dave?
It's like it.
Dave Bautista's a piece of shit. And he has horrendous takes on everything.
Well, you can guess from seeing his stupidity.
I mean, he doesn't. If you've ever seen an interview with him, he's not what we would call a great thinker.
Is he the guy who's been punched in the head repeatedly?
Well, I'm sure he has been, yeah. I can't see why people wouldn't punch him in the head repeatedly. Wasn't he a wrestler or something to begin with?
He's either either a wrestler or a boxer, I don't know.
I think he was a wrestler. I mean, he's not what you would call, a good actor.
Former professional wrestler. Okay, so he's not even a real sportsman.
No, he's an actor because he's basically massive. He's just a big, massive unit that is occasionally useful to play big, massive unit characters.
Yeah.
Usually ones with very little in the way of dialogue.
Yeah, because he's a fucking idiot. I'm going to come up with a spicy take here, and probably piss everyone off. Professional wrestling is gay porn for losers who can't admit they're gay.
Yeah, based.
I will not challenge this.
And of course, teenage boys who don't realize any better.
Teenage boys, yeah.
But if you're an adult watching it, definitely gay porn.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's also got no shred of decency. Like, if you want to watch two sweating men crawling all over each other, there's better places to go for free.
Yeah, like my house.
Of course, Scotsmen are really into that.
I quite like the wrestling when I was a kid.
Yeah, but the thing is,
It
though,
doesn't
every
count if
single
it's a
Scottish man
sheep.
I've met so far has been both given it and taken it, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh dear. Oh, Greek.
Were you hit by a car?
No, not yet.
Prime Knight
Actually,
asks, what about Olympic wrestling then?
then?
Olympic wrestling's a real sport in the same way judo's a real sport. Judo's not a martial art. If you're not
would you?
Oh fuck no. But not because of his judo. Because of all his weird KGB shit. So what else have we got? Stranger Things, well, there's your fucking problem. Actor Matthew Modine reckons that Kyle Rittenhouse went to Kenosha with intent to kill. Is hashtag Kyle Rittenhouse wearing surgical gloves? If so, why? To cover his fingerprints? Though he loaded a weapon with bullets, travel to an event, aim the rifle at people, pull the trigger of the rifle he'd loaded, unless he went there with intent to kill. Let's see. Medic, self-defense, self-defense, and self-defense. And then, of course, he gets absolutely owned. Here he is earlier that day clearing up graffiti. Notice the spray bottle in his hand and the gloves on his hands. Because he's a good boy cleaning up graffiti.
Yep. Also, the cleaners on that is fucking strong on your fingers. Seriously.
Bloody oath. Student of History says, because some motherfuckers tried to fuck with the white mage. Yeah. So someone else responds to the idiot going, what's the point of having a gun for self-defense if you're not going to have bubbles in it? There's an autocorrect for you. Why is it so hard to understand they didn't go there for that and that is his community?
And again, Gage was armed.
Yes. Gage went...
And had travelled further.
Yes. Gage travelled a further distance, armed, with a loaded weapon that he then pointed at a child. Oh yeah, and did we mention he's a convicted felon who wasn't allowed to have a firearm?
And he's the propped up patsy that everybody's supposed to be crying for.
Yes. Prime Knight says for a 17-year-old to be cleaning graffiti today is a miracle in itself.
He's been raised well.
Yep, I said, he's a good boy.
It didn't do nothing.
Yep. Someone else responded saying, "Get it yet, champ? Thinking hard? Try watching the footage. You might learn something." Showing a wider photo of all sorts of people clearing up the graffiti with everyone wearing gloves.
And of course, the other inaccuracy is that he only actually killed one person.
Yeah, that's right. Pedophiles aren't people.
Yeah.
Carl Rittenhouse has never taken a human life because pedophiles and communists aren't human.
Yeah.
Based.
That is the truth, and if anyone wants to contend me on that one, they are welcome to step in and stand at the rounded circle in my home, and then I will pull a lever, and oopsie daisy, there they go.
Fractal says, are they going to prosecute the felon who was in possession of a firearm and lied to the police? Of course not. He's on the right side. So another person responded, a riot is an event in your world, lol. Maybe try watching the trial and the evidence presented.
Trump should promise to prosecute all these people if he gets back into office.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, God.
Just, and then on election day, just go, I'm coming for you, fuckers.
Yep, call out the fucking prosecutors by name. I'm coming for you, motherfuckers.
Your days are numbered, I swear to God.
Yeah.
Make Kyle a special prosecutor.
Actually, don't we need a new head of the Department of Justice?
Yeah.
I think they should. Well, I think Kenosha should vote Kyle sheriff.
Oh fuck, that'd be fucking brilliant.
I'm liking these ideas.
It's a political appointment. He could easily run for and be elected sheriff.
Yeah, could be. That'd be brilliant.
That'd be fucking based as fuck.
Yeah, and he'll have all the money to do it with after his lawsuits.
The potential is limitless.
Prime Knight says reinstate the Red Scare to remove and prosecute all Marxist infiltration. Based.
Yeah.
Well, who was the guy in charge of the Reds who did the Red Scare? McCarthy. That's it. McCarthy was also a good boy, and the only thing he did wrong was not going fucking hard enough.
I mean, McCarthy went pretty fucking hard, but seeing how things are now, he actually should have gone harder, yeah.
He should have gotten rid of all the communists in Russia, too.
Well, the problem is that the Russians had a fucking, set of nukes.
Yeah, and they've got more now. Should have sorted out then. Yeah, but they should have sorted out then before it was my problem.
Yeah, but their communists kind of ate themselves up, so, Now we have Putin. So.
Yeah, it turns out that when communism's actually in charge, the communists have to eat each other.
Yes. It's a self-destruct mode.
Yeah. So someone else responded to Matthew Modine. Fact check, he didn't load the rifle. He went there to protect business, only aimed at people that made him fear for his life. He still didn't load the rifle and needed to save his life. Why was he there? With a heart and a service to protect his community. Based.
Yes, actor.
So someone else says, why would someone go out of their way to vandalize stuff, see someone with a rifle that's literally not bothering them, and then chose to go and attack them? The real question. It's a good question,
retard.
and I'm pretty sure the answer would be that Rosenbaum, the sick, twisted, pedophile bastard with serious mental health issues, was looking to get shot that night.
I think there's a real possibility that is exactly what was happening. I mean, if a cop had shot him, right? If he'd been shot by a cop doing some of the shit he did, the whole thing would be suicide by cop. They'd get a load of psych people out to say he was trying to get himself killed. I don't know why the defense didn't do that, actually.
Well, regardless of who'd shot him, he would have died anyway, because he was not there to survive. He was there to get killed, and he got killed.
Yeah. But really, do you think there's a reason that the guy who'd only just been released from involuntary confinement due to attempting suicide might be there to attempt suicide again?
Yeah. The other thing as well, I'd like to see Rosenbaum's film, because maybe he was a white supremacist.
Well, he was the guy running around yelling the N-word.
He was using the gamer word a lot, yeah. And there's a real possibility that he's an actual white supremacist.
Oh, dear. Actors need to stop talking.
Now, the next question is, what's going to happen to Kyle's mate? The one who tried to throw him under the bus. I hope he gets fucked.
Well, Kyle should sue him, but hey, they're going to have to throw out the weapons charge because it's already been determined that Kyle was in possession of the weapon legally.
Oh yeah, so was that the only thing they had against him?
I think so.
So he threw his friend under the bus for fucking nothing.
Yep. And Kyle should fucking sue the crap out of him. That's what traitors get, damn it.
Yeah, that's fucking rough.
Hey, Duffy B's in chat. Good to see you again, man. Rosenbaum mostly screams, "Shoot me, N-word." I think he saw a minor and could not help himself.
Maybe he wanted the black gentleman to stop him from trying to fuck Kyle.
Yeah,
maybe he realized that he wouldn't be able to control himself when he saw that sweet boy pussy, and just asked the black gentleman near him to end him.
Well, maybe.
Like, these are questions that should have come up in the case.
Well, clearly that's what he was doing there. He was trying to get one of the black men to shoot him by provoking them. But instead,
he was actually a white supremacist.
I mean, he looks like a fucking skinhead.
Yes, he looks a lot more like a white supremacist than Kyle does.
What, you mean the guy in his mid-30s with a shaved head and a tendency for fucking boys looks more like a pedophile than a 17-year-old? Wait, sorry, I mean more like a white supremacist than a 17-year-old?
I mean,
just
say white supremacist and it's easy who is who.
Yeah.
Easy to see.
So speaking of people that hate Kenosha, Marvel creator Dylan Park, whoever the fuck that is, has called for the burning of Kenosha. He says, burn that motherfucker to the ground, and commentating on Kyle Rittenhouse trial.
Black guy says burn down city.
What is it with black people and burning shit?
They like the heat. It's a bit too cold in this world. They miss their old home. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Jesus Christ, that's a bit spicy. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but holy crap, it's spicy.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's maybe just because you've never built anything, destroying things seem.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically been burning. Presumably, he's just been destroying stuff at Marvel. He hasn't been writing good. I mean, he hasn't been writing good stuff, has he? He's been writing probably woke bullshit. So, if you're in the habit of just destroying things all day, every day, probably burning.
I retract my sorry and just wave my hand towards oil and just like, okay. Looks like I'm not that spicy anymore after all.
Well, oil isn't casting aspersions about all of them yet. Give him a minute. But this yes. Filthy fucking comic book writers, that suit.
I have a lot of respect for a variety of black peoples, rather.
Yes, people. Because
it's
pedophiles
just the
aren't people.
African Americans that seem to be a problem in my experience. Actual Africans, generally pretty based. Usually quite hard working. Just it's really just that African American victim class that seems to be the problem.
Yes, the victim class specifically. Because Zuby's African American and he's a good boy too.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at what this idiot actually had to say. So he says, white privilege is illegally carrying a weapon to an event with the intent to use it, murdering 2 people, then getting up on set and crying about being the victim. And of course he'll be acquitted. Well, it's a good thing, it's a good thing that nobody illegally carried a weapon to an event and used it to murder 2 people.
Nobody was murdered. There were no murders.
Yeah.
There were no murders. It was just necessary.
That was the whole point of the trial.
Harry's responded to what I said. That's probably going to be bad.
Yeah, that's a bit too spicy for on stream. So this dipshit Marvel writer carries on in his thread. Top 5 most punchable faces I've ever seen. Then he says that I will not be surprised in the least if this judge had white robes in his closet too. Is he a Democrat voter?
I mean, can the judge sue on the back of that? I mean, I'm like,
he fucking should.
I mean, he's in the court system. He should know.
Yeah, he like fucking me. The judge should start suing people.
By the end of this, 1/3 of all Americans have been sued over the Rittenhouse.
Good.
On one side or the other.
So this
becomes the richest American.
I'm okay with this. So, what is it, like Rittenhouse 2032 or something?
Yeah. Nah, he won't be old enough.
Yeah, true.
Got a while to go yet.
So this dumb fucking.
It'll be Baron. Baron comes before Rittenhouse.
Yeah. So he then goes on to say the defense attorney doesn't even have to do anything because the judge is shutting down the prosecutor every chance he gets. Yes, because the prosecutor keeps violating the fucking Constitution every chance he gets.
Yeah, but it's all right when they do it.
Yeah, hypocrisy, remember? That's your thing.
Yeah. There's nothing they like more than hypocrisy. Okay, so he then went on to say that apparently the judge just cited ignorantia juris non excusat, or ignorance of the law excuses no one, as a reason to stop the prosecutor from asking Rittenhouse's knowledge of the law, which makes zero sense. It makes some sense, but I don't know enough about it to comment. He then said the judge is screaming at the prosecutor. This trial is over. Yes, when the prosecutor started violating his rights.
Oh boy. I'm just looking forward to having these people get what they deserve. That's going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah. So then he says, the prosecutor posted photos of Rittenhouse holding an AR-15 with the caption, "I'm just trying to be famous." Then he had Rittenhouse coined in another lie, so of course the judge pressed pause and kicked the jury out to scream at the prosecutor again. Yes, because the fucking dumb cunt prosecutor has apparently tried to use a meme made by someone else against Kyle. Jesus Christ. So he then shares some headlines and says, lol. First headline, men shot by Rittenhouse can't be called victims during trial, but rioters and looters are okay, judge rules. Second one states, Kyle Rittenhouse judge pauses trial to rant against media. And third reads, Kyle Rittenhouse judged by reading cookie catalogue during trial prompting theories. So let's go through those all one spot. Let's go through all of those.
What kind of theory?
Well, probably stupid theories like, oh, he's already made his decision. Or how about they were on a break and he was taking a break from dealing with the stupidity of the country to read about cookies.
I mean, I think he was reading about cookies. I think he was selecting cookies from a catalog.
Yeah, and
Yes.
figuring out which cookie is the best one. to do that.
Probably someone's kids selling the cookies or something. Or...
Yeah, maybe. But the court was on a but the court was on a fucking break though. Well, if you were on a break in a high tension trial like this, why wouldn't you go through a cookie catalog going, oh, well, like that one and that one, and oh, that's going to be bad for me. I'll have two. You know how you normally select cookies.
Yes.
No, I think it's cookies in the American sense, which is basically just any packet of biscuits. You know what I mean? I don't think it was lots of individual cookies. I think it was like...
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying, like, 2 packets.
Oh, right, yeah, sure.
Because isn't that how you shop for packets of biscuits? Ooh, I'll have one of those, and oh, that's got chocolate and so much sugar it'll kill me. I'll have several.
Suicide by candy. Lovely.
I guess.
Yeah. So Student of History basically does all the thinking for me here, which is because he's a good boy too. The judge starts streaming for trying to violate Kyle's rights and trying to input excluded evidence against the judge's expressed ruling. And then he says it was probably the court clerk's niece's cookie catalogue or something.
Probably. I mean, it would be nice of him.
Yeah. But it's not uncommon for judges to rule that in self-defense trials you can't call them victims. Because that prejudices the jury. Because they're not victims until the jury decides they are.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty obvious. It doesn't take a fucking genius to...
Well, apparently...
But that would require you to stop and think for a moment, and that's absolutely not what the left is about.
Thinking, no.
Think?
No, that's the problem.
Yeah, not anything else. No, they just repeat the NPC programming that they've received.
Or walk around just screaming.
Well,
that's
basically.
Again, these guys are fucking zombies.
NPC.
Yeah. Well, zombies. NPCs actually have a function.
I don't know.
Whatever the function is to spew back out, regurgitate the stupid talking points.
Okay. Now, a positive function. A function that can be positive.
Well, zombies have a positive function.
Yeah, but you've also got useless NPCs, like all the guards in Skyrim.
They're not useless. They
Attitude to me.
absolutely pwn you if you fucking annoy them.
Very true.
Yeah.
At least when you're low level.
Or when you haven't broken the game yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Student of History also says, also my boss's daughter's school fundraiser ended up in the break room, so it wouldn't surprise me that a court worker's relative's fundraiser ends up in front of the judge. Well, of course not, especially if it's cookies.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I said. It'll be some kid's fucking Girl Scout cookie catalog or some shit like that.
Most likely. He does seem
I mean,
like the kind of guy who would do that.
And I mean, in the old days, I couldn't get through a fucking day of work without getting somebody's fucking bullshit charity shit in front of me.
Yeah.
Fucking wines of shit. I swear to God, I once got this guy came up to me and asked me to give him money to do a charity dog walk, right? And I went, oh, what, to walk your own dog? And he went, yeah. And I went, you want me to give you money for charity to walk, for a dog's charity to walk your own dog? And he went, yeah. And I went, hang on a second, didn't you, a few weeks ago, didn't you tell me that your wife runs a dog sanctuary? Or like and he went, yeah. I went, is this it? And he went, yeah. And I went, so you want me to give you money to walk your own dog to raise money for your wife's dog charity from which she derives an income? And he went, yeah. And I went, fuck off.
Yeah.
He's honest, though.
The fucking school fundraiser. The school fundraiser a little worse, where it's like, oh, we were trying to fundraise so the kids could go on a trip. Motherfucker, if I wanted to pay for some kid's dumb fucking trip, I'd have my own kids. Like, fuck's sake.
Yeah. I had one in a bar as well. A girl was like, oh, give me some, raising money so we can go and build a fucking house or something in, like Chile or something. And I went, so basically you just want a 6-week holiday in Chile. Yeah, get fucked.
Yeah, because of course she wouldn't be doing any fucking actual work.
Well, no, she might, but it's like she needs to raise $6,000, and I was like, do your flights come out of that $6,000? Yes. Right. So you want me to pay for your holiday? Get fucked.
Yeah.
If you were paying for the flights and your accommodation and that, I might chip in towards the fucking house. Yeah. But I'm not fucking paying for your fucking holiday.
Yeah, but
you.
these going overseas to build shit things are fucking scam anyway. These idiots aren't construction workers. Like, fuck's sake. So all they do is they go over there, they take some photos with the African kids, then they come back pretending they're a fucking hero, and the Africans are no better off.
I mean, I have a friend of mine who is actually, he's coming back from Africa next week, and he's there for vacation, but he's also...
Well, they literally tear they literally tear...
I can't hear you, Oil.
I think we lost you all. But it's literally
Anyway,
a tax-deductible vacation for these fucking losers.
Well, a friend of mine, he just takes it as is. He calls it a vacation. He just... the only thing he had to do was just bring a football set, a set for kids to have to play football, clothes, nets, a few balls, shoes.
Yeah.
So he bought a lot of that though. So he did actually some charity stuff, but he never called it charity trip. He just like, yeah, I'm going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm saying that the smart move would be actually just to have the kids put up the timber frame of the house.
Nice.
And then we
lost you again.
Now,
Android Oil strikes again.
Now your time's up. You've gone home. Then just pull the timber frame down again of the neck.
Oil, are you a cyborg?
You've caught him. So while here's our reception. Shit, I had a good point to make, but it's gone now.
Shit.
So this Dylan Park idiot, who's dead son ruining Marvel, when the judge is lecturing the prosecutor regarding his questioning of Carl's Fifth Amendment rights, he's like, here's that video of the judge absolutely losing his shit. Yes, because you can't do that. He then shared another video of the judge dismissing the illegal possession of weapon charge because, get this, the barrel of his AR-15 was too long, Lamar. Yes, because that's how the law is defined, you fucking idiot. Does he get called out on that?
I hope so.
Let's find out. Yep, someone's like, yes, that's legal in Wisconsin. Someone else is like, oh, does the law not support what you want to happen to Mr. Rittenhouse? And then someone else is like, this is the way you tell someone's completely out of their depth when talking about firearms. The NFA controls arms that have barrels shorter than 16 inches and OAL of less than 26 inches. The sixth charge was saying he was in possession of such a rifle, and he wasn't. Wisconsin state law and most state laws have no objection to people ages 16 plus carrying long guns. You have literally no idea what you are typing, and maybe that's why your shit script would get rejected. Damn those pesky laws, says someone else.
Awesome.
Some other idiots like, this has to go to appeal, presumably. Actually, someone else kicks their ass and is like, except these following documented law, generally not grounds for appeal.
Yeah, he's getting some shit.
Yep, as they fucking well should. Being that fucking stupid in public. Someone else, it's literally the law in Wisconsin. Someone else, because that's the law. Someone else, it's preposterous that the judge made a ruling based on the existing state law.
How dare he?
Alrighty. Unfortunately, we do have to cut things a bit short today, so I'm just going to see if there's anything we desperately need to cover before we call it. So, let's see what's going on.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Okay, I wish somebody would just make a video where you have like the Terminator skeleton walking around and then it zooms up and you see oiled face.
Okay,
I'll be back.
I think that is pretty much everything I had prepared for the Rittenhouse thing. If it didn't have to cut it short, I was planning to just go trolling through Twitter and point and laugh.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any, unless someone has something that we really, really need to cover. But
Anyone, anything? Now is your time.
Yeah, if you've got something, now's the time. Otherwise, we might start wrapping it up. So, while that's happening, Shrim, what a day in US history, hey?
Yes. And it is going exactly the way I want it to go. The people just enjoying it, cheering, or just having a nod, and the other creatures just ringing, screaming to the heavens, and showing themselves as the creatures they are.
Nice.
Also, the Yellow Vests in France are out in force.
Yeah. Well, we will have to have a look at that later.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's got something in memes for us. Ah, yes, the best meme of the whole thing. We absolutely do have to look at this one. Okay, one more hypothetical question. Is it normal if my wife has a boyfriend? That fucking idiot prosecutor.
Oh man. Why am I fucking certain that this actually has happened?
Oh dear. Base Ape says November 19th, International Rittenhouse Day. Looking forward to celebrating with you again, New Year. Yes. Dear. Remember, the 19th of November. Alright. Unfortunately, we do miss out on some of the stuff that I'd wanted to cover later, but that's all good. We will have to try and do some more stuff later. What was I thinking of? Yes, I might run the assorted protest shenaniganry tomorrow, because holy crap, there's so much of that it can't can't fucking wait for another week. Because holy shit, we need to look at what's going on in Austria and the Netherlands. So that's going to be fun.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that at a later date, possibly tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, I'll see. I can see if I can drop by.
That'd be cool. So yeah, we'll try and run something same time, same place, and see if we can't get a look in at that stuff. Other than that, though,
The Rittenhouse special is now being concluded.
Yes, this is the end of the Rittenhouse special. We will
Come back tomorrow for the rest of the show.
Yep. All right then, folks. That is it from us. Thank you all for joining us for the International Rittenhouse Day, the first inaugural International Rittenhouse Day.
Joyous screaming.
We will see those of you who can make it tomorrow. Those of you who can't, we'll see you same time, same place next week. And hopefully technology will work and I won't boomer it.
Yeah. Shadilay, everyone.
Yeah. Shadilay, motherfuckers.
Shadilay, bitches.
Take it back for that.